Hello? 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 No. Oh, on the speakers?
Yep. There's a right. I'm on mic. One of the mics. There's no switch on it. Is there a switch on the mic itself?
No.
No. Neither mic has a switch. But there's mic volume. But that's not working. So all the levers are down. Yep, the first two, mic one, mic two, we move those up. Up to 0.
What should the speakers be at?
The red ones? And what? 0. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Test, test, test. Yep, okay.
Hello?
All right, we got that. We got that now. Thank you. Right, right. You got it. Okay, thank you. Oh, and if we want to just turn the mics off, just move the mic down and leave the red ones up.
Yeah, just go like that.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the call. Bye. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm not sure how many people are out there wanting to see the head of the Charles start, but we are just getting underway. We have the first racers on the course. I'm here. My name is Mark Wilson. I'm here with Kevin McDonnell, and we are your announcers for this morning's Masters start of the 60th head of the Charles. And we've got some great racing coming up your way. So starting off, we've got the men's senior veteran and grand veterans singles, which is the 70, 80, and 90 plus age category for the men, and then following them will be the women coming in right after them. So we're excited. We're going to be seeing racers coming by here in probably about, what do you think, 10 minutes probably?
Depends how fast they're rowing, but yeah.
Yeah, depends on how fast they're rowing. We've got great conditions this morning, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it looks really good, and the less young crowd gets this nice Friday morning weather. They getting good water, and we should see some really nice sculling as they come past here at Weld Boathouse.
And just because they're older doesn't mean they're not fast. You've got some former Olympians in this event and some guys that have had years, if not decades, of rowing experience and racing experience. Some of the names in that group: Rick Anderson, Greg Stone, obviously the father of Jevy Stone, and this is his 51st head of the Charles. And right behind him, behind him starting is Jim Dietz, a couple spots back, and this is his 59th head of the Charles. So he only missed 1 year out of all of them. So, and Dan Schley, Al Flanders, Bob Spousta, all names that we've seen here racing on the Charles for many, many years, and we're excited to see him come by us here at Weld Boathouse.
Yeah, a lot of former champions in that list, Mark. It's pretty exciting, and these guys have, years of refining their stroke too. I find this race really fun to watch because these guys are just really smooth.
This is fun, and hopefully, as Kevin said, the weather.
Yeah, I think the weather was showing some gusty winds today, but it looks pretty good right now. I'd be happy if I was out there sculling today.
Yep, the 70, 80, 90 plus age category is going to have the best conditions, I think, of the day, and we'll see what happens. But they're coming by, and we've got the sun in our face here at the announcing station up on the balcony of Weld Boathouse. But we're going to try our best to get you bound numbers and let you know what's going on as the race continues throughout the morning. We've got a whole series of events coming at you: the singles, some doubles, and men and women. And the nice thing, I talked with Jim this morning, Jim Dietz, and he said he really, really appreciates the head of the Charles organizing committee moving the Masters to this time slot, because then it's more time for him to party. So it's all good.
Any time you can go first race of the day is a good day, because by 1 p.m. So I've rowed in the single at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and it's a whole different ball game.
That's right. The water keeps moving back and forth between the bridges, and the powerhouse stretch gets a little bumpier than it will be for these guys this morning. So very, very good. And we've got gentlemen and women warming up, heading down the Charles. So welcome to the race course. We might try to pick up some of those bound numbers here before the racing starts and say congratulations and row well as you go down to the start line. And as soon as that sun pops over a little bit more, the temperatures are going to warm up to be absolutely beautiful. This is really very, very, very good temperatures for racing here in Boston. No frost on the boats this morning, so that's always a plus. And guys will probably be shedding a layer or two as they approach the starting line.
And kind of right on time, but the first few boats have passed Riverside Boat Club. That's the first checkpoint in the timing for the head of the Charles. And currently we've got Jay Crawford, bow number 1, passing through at 4:59, a good piece ahead, at least on time splits, from the other boats coming through. So probably why he's a bow number 1.
I would guess.
It looks like he's moving well, at least for the first mile of the course.
He's also newer. He's 71 years old, so just at the younger age of the category. This is the 70-plus category, and you've got Rick Anderson starting bound number 2 behind him. He's from Northview Rowing Club out in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. Rick Anderson's been rowing many, many years. First rowed his head of the Charles 56 years ago at University of Rhode Island, and he's been racing the single now for at least 20 years, I'm guessing. Behind him, Greg Stone, starting with bound number 3, as we mentioned, the father and excellent sculler himself. 51st head of the Charles. And then following him, Peter Becker, starting bound number 4, and Tim Wilsellen is rounding out your top 5. We might want to stand up later, but right now we're okay. Right now, as we're getting ready to watch the first racers come by, I'd like to say thank you to all the volunteers. Your volunteers that are out there listening, you're probably more than the spectators right now. So everybody up here in the announcing booth, the timing checkpoints, the video crew, the setup crews, the referees on the bridge, the marshals on the water, everybody that can hear me out here, personally saying thank you from our station as well as the head of the Charles organizing committees and all of your volunteer committees. So thank you very much for being here, and obviously this event could not happen without this incredible core of volunteers. So thank you very much as we get ready to see our first few racers coming under the world famous Weeks Footbridge, crossing between Boston to our right and Cambridge to our left. This is a fantastic spot along the Charles. You've got the two most technically challenging corners, in my opinion. The Weeks Footbridge corner, which is very short but sharp, and then you've got the Anderson Bridge, which is obviously 4 lanes of traffic on top of it, so you've got a much wider bridge span to cross underneath, and then a very sharp corner going the opposite direction. So we often call this the Weeks-Anderson combo. And a great place to be watching the event. So all of you out there who might be watching a friend or a family member or just a fan of rowing, you're in a good spot. And I do think we're starting to see the first couple of boats coming from under Weeks. We're looking right into the sun here, so we're going to try our best to get you a bound number. But the racing is started, and these guys are coming into mile and a half. All right, lots of boats heading down the river and a few racers coming at us. And again, the start of the 6th his single towards Anderson Bridge. And we have bow number 1 through the official timing spot at Weld Boathouse. So congratulations, Jim. Keep it going.
Looks like he's opened up a bit of a gap on the second boat, but let's see who that is once they come out of the sun.
Our volunteers do such a great job setting up the river, but they don't put the sunshade in front of the sun. We have to work on that for next year, Kevin.
Indeed. And so this is bow number 2 coming up next.
All right, bow number 2, Rick Anderson from Michigan, Northview Rowing Club. Longtime coach, longtime sculler, very competitive gentleman here. And behind him,
that would be Greg Stone. Looks like he's closed the gap a bit.
Looks like Greg Stone, our local Cambridge sculler, world famous as well. He's coming on. He's pushing Rick on into Anderson Bridge. Cambridge Boat Club sculler, Greg Stone, 56 year on the Charles, 51st head of the Charles. Congratulations. Very long sculler.
Couple of boats coming in front of us now. Looks like in the second place is bow 6, which means they've made a pass, and they're closing in on bow number 4, who's just about to go in front of us right now.
All right, so bow number 6 is Stan Vager. He's 70 years old from San Diego Rowing Club.
Another youngster.
Yep, youngster in this group. And right behind him is bow 4 is Peter Becker, 71. He's been rowing for about 20 years and from New Haven Rowing Club. He's pushing. But again.
Yeah, it looks like 6 has made the pass because here comes 5.
That's 5.
So 6
5 is
well
Tim Wilsallen from Cascadilla, New York, near Ithaca. Cascadilla Rowing Club in Ithaca.
Say Ithaca
so
is
6
gorgeous.
6 made the push on to 5, and now 5 doesn't like that, and he's going to go back. So now we have
7.
Bow 5 and now 7. So that's Jim Stock. This is his first head of the Charles was back in the 1980s, and he's from Cambridge, so another local. The familiar light blue oars with the white edge on the tip. Good posture there from Jim. He's looking good heading into the Anderson Bridge. You'll notice some of these scullers will be wearing a mirror, so some of them will not look over their shoulder for the bridges or the course, but they are looking via a mirror that's setting up on their cap usually.
Bow 8 coming up next.
Bow number 8, that's Jim
Somebody
Dietz.
you're familiar with, I think, Mark?
Yep, been rowing with Jim. Jim coached me at the Coast Guard Academy in 1980. And
we're
bow
up to
number
bow 10.
10. Dan Schley from New Haven Rowing Club, good friend of ours. Here we go, Dan, looking good. Dan has been traveling all over the world this fall and was just recently at Masters Worlds in Spain. Did very, very well there and is continuing to race in New Haven and Housatonic and all over the place. So Dan's a great competitor.
So this
Happy to be
looks
here.
like Al Flanders coming
Al
next.
Flanders.
Former head of the Charles champion,
Wonderful,
I believe.
yes. He's been racing here since 1971. Cambridge Boat Club sculler. Al Flanders lives out on Cape Cod. Rows his single and or a coastal boat. Whichever the wind starts to blow, he'll get in one boat or the other.
Looks like we got bow number 12 coming up next.
Bow number 12. He didn't give us much bio to talk about, but that's Andrew Nelson, 75 years old. Red shirt, white hat, rowing smoothly. Bow number 12. white oars. Makes it hard to identify the club when they're just white, but that's okay.
Yeah, this is a mystery guy. He's
Mystery
unaffiliated. He's from anywhere, and there's no bio.
Oh, yep.
He just wants to remain anonymous, I guess. Looks like we've got
He's rowing
in
nicely,
order bow 13 coming next in the black boat with the orange vest.
Bow 13 is Donald Besser, 80 years old, or young as he would like to be called. So he started rowing in 1995. So he's a youngster to rowing, and he's doing well at 80 years young. So he's the younger one in the next category, age category, that is. I'd like to be that fit.
Curious what kind of rate these guys are rowing. So I just pulled up my rate watch here to see.
I'll pull one out.
See what I'm getting.
He might be rowing like a 26, 28 right there.
Yeah, I think that's about where he's at, somewhere between a 26 and a 27. And coming by us right now, bow number 14, that looks like Jonathan Work from CRI. Another local rower, CRI, big club upstream from here. Says he's coached by John Smith and wants to say thank you to John.
Excellent. Even the older rowers get coaching, and everybody should. So very nice.
And right behind him, we've got another local rower, Robert Lee, out of Cambridge Boat Club. He's in that black boat, and of course the blue blades. Finally learning to row, he says. Too old to do it well. I'm not sure about that. He's done a great job. Spends a lot of time rowing out here on the Charles, and he's 81 years old.
The great thing about smartphones is now you can have an app for anything, including stroke counting, but I have to find the app. So once I find the app, I'll figure out how to use it.
Yeah, I was going to Google that Andrew Nelson guy, see if I can figure out something about him, maybe his Instagram or something. Can't hide from the internet anymore.
That's right.
But we've got a good battle shaping up here. Two boats almost side by side. Bow 17 and bow 18.
Bow 17 is Tim Wheatley. He's an Australian native, but lives up in Lowell, Mass. Rows on the Merrimack. And
so 18 just behind him. Oh, sorry, and 17 was the one.
Oh, okay.
So that's Carlo Zezza.
Carlo Zezza.
Oh, yeah.
Carlo is he's up there in age. He's 89 years old, guys. 89. Fantastic, Carlo. Keep it up. And I'll see you in a couple weeks in Italy at the Silver Skiff. Nice job. Fantastic. He just tucked his bow right on the right side of that buoy. Good job, Carlo. Rowing is truly a lifelong sport, as these people, men and women, who will see the women here shortly, are attest to. It's just fantastic longevity sport. Fantastic to see these guys moving along so well and competing so well. Not just moving, not just rowing, but truly, truly competing. So great job, everybody.
Yeah, and we've got bow 23 coming by, so he's made a few passes already, and that's Tom Erickson, another unaffiliated rower.
He started rowing at age 61, so you guys out there that are a little on the older side don't feel that you can't pick it up. So he started rowing after a cycling accident. That often happens. Here's bow number 19, closest to us. He kind of tucked in here, came a little wide. That's Alan McLennan from Cape Cod Community Rowing out in Harwich, Mass.
And he's got 20 just behind him here, so they're duking it out.
Yep. Down
this stretch.
Bow number 20 is Fred Chernoff. He's been rowing for 15 years and has competed in over 100 races. So he's the arch of the Anderson Bridge, the only arch to go through on the race line. Obviously, warm-up line is going through the Boston Arch.
A lot of people with the high-vis tops now, it seems, this year. The first one coming by us here is moving well. This is bow 28, I believe.
Bow 28.
So they moved up.
That's Michael Hindry from Bayak out in Redwood City, California. He is coming here for the first time in 30 years. So last time he raced here was in 1995. He's a 5-time winner of the Head of the Charles and a national team member from the 91 Pan Am Games in the lightweight double.
I was going to say, you can see somebody's bow number a little higher in the order. It normally means they've got some experience, so that makes
still
sense.
training.
And still training, yeah. Another high vis top here, bow 21. There we go. Leland Cole Chu from Blood Street Sculls up in Old Lyme, Connecticut.
He's a retired judge and has been rowing quite a bit. First head of the Charles was actually the head of the Charles in 1965. I think that happens to be the first year of our event. So he's been rowing for a good long time. Now we've got another battle going on side by side.
Yeah, closest to us on the Cambridge side is bow 29. Looks like they're just making the pass on bow number 21.
All right, bow 29 moving on. That's Edward Woodhouse from ex-Nemo, Wellesley, Massachusetts. Must have had a good line and is looking like he's got the inside line on Anderson.
I got to correct, that was bow 22 that he's just slipped by. That
okay, bow number 22 is Rick Bailey from CRI. We may mention CRI is community rowing out of the Harry Parker Boathouse up on the end of the river, or not really end, but one of the wider spots.
That is bow 31 moving well.
Bow number 31 is Michael Tebay out of Greenwich Crew in Coscob, Connecticut. He raced for the Cambridge University Blue Boat back in 1966 and was a GB national team member in the late 60s, early 70s. And we've got a lot of racing going on.
Bow 30 across from us right now.
Bow 30 is Fred Krupp. Fred is from Maritime Rowing down in Norwalk, Connecticut. And he's like many masters. He picked up rowing as his kids did, or after his kids did, which is great.
And that other high vis top is 32.
Bow 32
just on the outside of that
Craig Redinger. All right, Craig. Craig Redinger, a good friend of ours. He's from Beaver Creek Sculling out of Charlottesville, Virginia. Craig's got to get himself back on the line,
yeah,
though.
He
went a little wide.
Abutment, and just going by him now in that red jersey is Dennis Haller, another CRI rower. You can tell by the blades
Dennis.
and the top. And don't want to miss.
So often these guys, they say they get older but not faster, but I would dare to reckon that many of them get older and faster, not just from an age handicap. Who's this coming by? He's looking good.
Looks like 36.
All right, bow number 36 is Roger Payne. Roger Payne, I met Roger Payne in 1986 at the University of Wisconsin. He was the boatman for University of Wisconsin for many years and then went on to Charlottesville, Virginia, and worked with the Who's and recently retired maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Roger Payne's been around rowing for only 55 years.
And looks like he's holding the gap on 37, right behind him.
Bow 37 is Hank Koner out of Pocock Rowing out in Seattle. He had a broken 3 is Mark Wallhauser, former president of the RFH Rowing out of Rumson, Fairhaven.
And 38 in the yellow Empacher just roaring past him on the outside there.
That's Mark Fagan. He's a younger one. He's 70. Somehow he got mixed up with these old guys. I'm not sure. But he's out of Harvard Sculling right across the river.
And that's bow 35, Rich Emmel from Riverside Boat Club, right just approaching the bridge now. Longtime member of Riverside. Engraves the medals of the head of the Kevin race.
Oh, nice.
And we've got bow 41 in the white boat just approaching the bridge and sneaking up on Rich now.
Yeah, that's Anton Rupert out of Oklahoma City. He's been rowing here since the 1970s. Happy to be back here in Boston on the beautiful Charles. We got some racers going on here. It's fun to have them side by side going by our stand. Bow 43 on the outside. That is William McRae out of Austin, Texas. And bow number 40 is Chuck Sheldon out of Baltimore Rowing Club. He rowed at the University of Washington a couple years ago. Now he's been rowing here in Baltimore.
Getting some pressure put on him by bow 42. Let's see how they sort
bow
this out as they go under the
Paul
bridge.
Gross out of Upper Valley Rowing in Hanover, New Hampshire. Paul's only 5'5" and 135 pounds, but he's been mixing it up, and he's heading in his wooden Graham King single.
Beautiful
boat.
singles, yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's hope they don't bang into each other.
Right,
But,
exactly.
Looks like they're sorting it out. It's going to be close.
Yeah, he's got the good line.
They each want the good line.
Yep. He's got the inside there. He's got to turn that boat, though.
That is 46, getting some clear water.
Bow 46 is Armando Chavez out of Hollywood Rowing Club, Hollywood, Florida. He rowed for Mexico in the 1984 Olympics, and he's been rowing for 15 years out of Florida.
Yeah, and his son actually coaches at Riverside Boat Club as well, also named Armando Chavez. Here comes bow 45.
Bow 45 is William Bird. Rode for the Washington Huskies out in Seattle in 1968 to 75 on a Pan Am team. Now rowing out of Portland, Oregon with the Willamette, not Willamette, but Willamette Rowing Club. Little bit of a gap here, but we've got guys over there on the I'm going to call it the wide side of the
wide
river.
side, yeah. Wide. Anything on the other side of that red buoy is definitely wide. So we got 44 coming in front of us right now.
All right, bow 44 is Robert Bettergole out of Salisbury Boat Club in Salisbury, Connecticut.
And taking the extra wide line was bow 39.
Bow 39, that's Pete Donahue out of Green Mountain up in Milton, Vermont. He's competed in 10 head of the Charles, and he has never completed the course without hitting at least one bridge. Okay, let's not do that, Pete.
That's definitely not a good life goal.
Pete is 82 years old, so he's in here in the mix with the 70-year-olds as well.
So we've got 47 and 48 here, Mark. They're obviously one number apart, and it looks like they've been hammering the whole way down the course right next to each other.
That would
48 sneaking up. But
that would make sense. That happens to be Ted Van Dusen, just a little bit of a name around Boston. He's the Bill. He's got a great line. He's going to go through that bridge with no problem.
Yeah, it is a the line here isn't as easy as it looks like it should be. When you come through that Weeks Foot Bridge, and depending on where the wind's at, it is very easy to get shot wide.
Well,
you come through, you turn, and all of a sudden you're almost over to Boston, right?
Well, yeah, and the problem, Kevin, is that sun, right? So these guys have been coming up the powerhouse stretch and with nothing but blue sky in their eyes, and then they make that turn under Weeks, and boom, that sun is hitting them just like it is us, and it's hard. So if you see guys a little out of their preferred line, that sun is definitely a contributing factor.
Yeah, because they tend to sight off buildings on the horizon to get their line. I mean, the local case, because they're so familiar with the river. But yeah, anybody who's a guest, it's going to be a lot more challenging for them. Some big names still yet to come.
Yep.
Bit of a gap in the action here.
Oh yeah, we got a little bridge action down there under Weeks there. We got a couple scullers coming under Weeks. And again, that's a very tight corner, and it's short, which makes it even sharper, right? So you've got a sharp, short corner and short span of bridge, narrow span of bridge, I should say. And they've got to continue making their turn. The Head of the Charles was founded in 1965, and Ernie Arlett was the idea behind it. He was the Northeastern University coach at the time, brought the idea of a head race from England. He was been an English coach for quite a while before he came to Northeastern, and brought the idea from the bump races that were common in England at the time. So this was the very first head race of any kind in North America, and all thanks to Ernie Arlett as the idea man. But behind the idea has to be people that go ahead and put it into action. And I think we've got Darcy McMahon coming up here probably in the next few numbers.
Yeah, not this first group. We've got in this first group just out in front is bow 52.
Okay, bow 52 is Robert Hoget out of Nereid Boat Club down in Rutherford, New Jersey. He started to row in 1988 when his wife, what a nice lady, gave him a lesson up at Craftsbury. How fantastic.
And there's a boat quite on the inside, very inside line is bow 54. Looks like he got pushed a little wide.
And
with
bow
that group
54 is Michael Shields, 81 years old, from Amoskeag up in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
There he goes. He's back in the buoys now.
And again, this is just the sun. That glare off the water and the sun. These guys have done this before, but it's tough. That's the only negative with rowing on early Friday morning is the sun.
That's right. And bow 50 is just coming behind this group of two boats.
Bow
That's
50.
Fred Good.
Yeah, Fred Good out of Cambridge, right? 80 years old. So all these guys are in their 80s rowing along. Fantastic job. The stroke rating may be a little lower for some of these guys, but I tell you, their distance per stroke is still magnificent, and they are racing up the Charles River just like everybody else.
Looks like we got 55 coming up next.
All right, bow number 55 is Dan LeBlanc out of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Former national master gold medalist in the single and the double. Also raced at the world master level. And here he is on the world stage for October 17th, 2025. Right in front of the Harvard Business School.
We've got in the high vis top moving well. Bow 56 has just gone through bow 53.
That is Maury Wind, 81 years old. He's been in pretty much every boat class here at the Head of the Charles. And what was the other one, 53? Bow 53 is Ben Jones, 86 years old. His first Head of the Charles was the second one in 1966. He's from Cambridge Boat Club, right here up around the corner. We've got the big Anderson turn right now, and then a bit of his widening out portion of the river, and then they're heading up around the corner past their home boathouse, and they will get definitely some cheers as they go past Cambridge Boat Club this morning.
Red boat coming past Weld now is bow number 57.
Bow number 57 is Matthew Krasowski. Tchaikowski. He coxed in the very second Head of the Charles back in 1966. And he is looking forward to finishing this way. Let's go, Matthew from Carolina Masters Rowing. Looking good. That's the right shoulder. He's looking over his left shoulder, and that's where you want to be looking going through that bridge. So he's doing a good job. Taking a little peek.
Just a quick results check, Mark. So far as it stands, and obviously there's more people still to come through, but Jay Crawford was bow number 1, and he's still got the lead with the time of 21:23 at the finish, about 14 seconds ahead of bow 6, San Diego's Vigar. So decent times, more to come, but typically the fastest guys probably are going to be in those earlier bow numbers because they would have done well last year. But as you've also pointed out, sometimes the youngsters come through into these new age groups, and you don't know where they're going to end up.
Every year somebody comes out of that group, the younger group, into the older group, and those are the guys you got to watch out for sure.
Yeah, and there are different medals in this event, of course. So the 70-year to 74-year-olds are one medal event. The 75 to 79 is another event, and then the 80 plus is also 2 events, 80 to 84, 85 to 89. I don't think we have any 90 plusers this year, but
I haven't
we
seen,
do.
Yeah, we do.
There's one on the list. Yeah.
Scratched.
No, this one here.
Oh, there. 93.
Yeah. So I guess that's a new. I don't know what they call that category. Is that the Supreme Admiral Veteran or something like?
I like it. The Neptune Award. All right.
This is 58 here.
Bow 58 going by us. That's Maritime Rowing Club sculler Ed Zierdy, 80 years young. 18th year rowing the head of Charles. Well done, Ed. A lot of people from a lot of different places. Here in these age categories, we haven't seen any international scullers as of yet. Mostly here from the New England area with a handful from the Midwest, the South, and the Far West, Seattle, California. So we'll see scullers from all over the world. I think there's over 11,000 racers over the next 3 days, so pretty exciting. Bow 51 is coming by right now. That's Darcy McMahon. Darcy is 86 years young, started rowing at age 10, and he is one of the founders of the Head of the Charles. So welcome to our station, Darcy.
Let's go, Darcy.
Keep it going. Looking great. Bow 51 from New Bedford Rowing Club down in New Bedford, Mass.
I guess he was a sprightly 26 when the Head of the Charles started.
That's
Back
fantastic.
60 years ago.
Yep.
Doing great. Just a few more boats. How many boats do we got in this race? We
There
go all the
are
way down
a
to
total
63?
of
Okay.
65, so there's still a
More to
handful
come.
of guys coming. And this is the time of the race where we might see, and this has been a little bit of a thing, we might start to see some of these women, the 70-year-old women, coming into the men's group. So we'll have to pay attention to these bow numbers. The bow numbers will start over with bow number 1, Paula Meyer, if we see some overlap. So we very well could be seeing these younger athletic women moving into the older athletic men, but it
Yeah,
always
indeed.
happens.
And Paula's already passed Riverside, as you
Okay.
say, and that race started a little while ago, so
Yep.
we could definitely see her soon.
That started 8:05, so
Yeah.
it's coming along.
Yeah, and she's got the fastest time so far, so we should see her pretty soon. That was 59. Did we
Bow
get them?
59 going under the bridge. That's Ken Icegolf, his 24th Head of the Charles from Maritime Rowing down in Norwalk. A lot of rowing on the southern coast of Connecticut.
And you called it. Here comes bow number 1.
Here
I
it
think this
is.
is
All
Paula
right,
Meyer from the next race.
we
She's moving
just-
very well.
We just talked about that. 71 years young from GMS. GMS is a very competitive group of people, juniors, masters, men and women down there in New Milford, Connecticut, Finished second in the event in 2024 and has been in every boat class, but here she goes, Paula Meyer. She is looking fantastic.
She's motoring, yeah,
Yep,
and
very
she's opened
much.
up a gap. I'm pretty sure that's Catherine Widgery from Riverside at bow number 2, also moving well, but it looks like Paula has really pushed open a good gap here. They would have probably started 5 to 10 seconds apart, so
Yeah. Yep.
she's a good maybe 30 seconds ahead now.
So Catherine is a 4-time medal winner, not just medal winner, but winner, not chicken dinner, winner, Head of the Charles medal right here from Catherine, and she's hoping to maybe get another one. So we'll see what happens here. Looking good. She's rowing one of those boats made by Ted Van Duzen, who just went through in the last category. So lots of boats from Ted are going to be raced here today.
And it looks like Catherine's holding the gap or opened up a gap on bow 3.
That's Mary Fran Grossman. Mary Fran is from Duxbury Maritime School, Duxbury Bay out on Cape Cod. She's looking really good. She's got one of those pretty Italian boats called a Filippi. Filippi is a big sponsor of U.S. rowing and has a large presence this year with a group of the guys from Italy came over for the event. First time ever that they've brought 5 guys from Italy to help support the Head of the Charles.
And we've got one more boat here from the men's race, bow 61. This is Christopher Collins. He's 93. I think we were talking about this a minute ago. He's won this 13 times in singles and mixed doubles. Great, amazing to see him out here at 93, creating new categories, I think. And looks like
Bow
he's
4.
just getting passed by Bow 4, the women's race.
That's Laura Stearton-Oust from New Rochelle, New York. PCRA. Began rowing about 20 years ago. Super happy to be here. She's been at every head of the Charles since 2006. She's got a good line. Passed on the correct side. Gave the gentleman the inside. And we got a whole bunch of people coming now.
We've got Bow 5 desperately trying to hold off Bow 6, who's right on her stern. They're duking it out for the line heading to Anderson Bridge.
So Bow 5 is Christina Lund, and Bow 6 is Leela Carey. Carey is a founder member of the Williams College Women's Rowing Program. Fantastic. So these guys are pushing. And
and looks like Bow 60 from the men's race is taking a pause to let them go by. But
he can't stop.
She's
going to run into him. Got to get out of the way.
This is going to be tricky.
Yell out.
And he's okay, right? He hasn't actually clipped the buoy, so if he cups back in, he'll be all right. That was actually nice of him to do that, right?
Yeah, he could have been a little louder about it, maybe. But
I heard him yell to them. Yeah, but that's a tough spot. Yeah.
Bow 7, Sally Sentner out of Endurance, 612 Endurance. Let's go, Sally. Sally's been coming to some of our camps for a long time. Great competitor. Sally Sentner, 612 Endurance. 612 is the area code up there in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, and hence the name.
Right behind Sally is Bow 8.
Bow 8 is Liz Turner out of Saugatuck, Connecticut. She's been here 25 years in a row, rowing here at the head of the Charles. Let's give it up for Liz Turner, 75 years old.
And she's followed by 9, and then we've got a big battle
Bow
going on
9 is
here.
Catherine Kemper, 80 years young, out of San Diego Rowing Club.
And we've got Bow 12 trying to hold off.
That's Ann Warner, 71. She was on 5 national teams, including 2 Olympic teams. So Ann Warner, just like in the men's category, we've got former Olympians and national team members here, including Ann Warner right there. Bow 12 from CRI.
It looks like she's made the pass on Bow 11 through here.
Oh, that's Patty Pinkerton out of San Diego, former National Women's Rowing Association member as well. Coached in the USA, Australia, and England.
That was a good example because the local there had the better line and has come through and taken advantage of that to get ahead of 11 right at the bridge.
Patty's pushing hard. Let's go, Patty. We'll see you in Italy in a couple weeks. Let's go.
And that darker boat is Bow 62. I think that might be Jim.
Yep.
Jim Mandel from Riverside Boat Club, his fifth year of doing head of the Charles. He's 80 years old. Doing great, Jim. Yeah, that's Bow 10.
Bow 10. Barbara Hogan. Let's go, Barbara. She has won this 3 times in the veteran and then 2 times as a senior veteran. Barbara Hogan from Fairmount Rowing Club. Let's go, Barbara. We're all cheering for you.
Couple really quick-looking boats here. Higher bow numbers. Bow 16
Barbara's
in front of Bow 19. Bow 16 and then 19 pushing 16 hard here.
Bow 16 is from Conabear. That's Irina Baker. And then 17?
19.
19.
Yeah,
That's Dorothy Atwood. Oh, I've known Dorothy as well. That's Station L. Dorothy Atwood out of Portland, Oregon. Let's go, Dorothy. She's very competitive. Both of those are in
looks
that
like it. They're both really pushing it.
They're in the 70-year-old category, pushing on to Barbara back there is 80. And we've got
getting some open water here is Bow 17.
Bow 17 from Swan Creek down in Lambertville. That's Patricia Glover. All right, let's go, Patrice. Nice long stroke from Patrice. Very nice rowing.
Yeah, that's
long
good.
leg drive.
I like that.
Nice rhythm.
Bow 14 in the blue boat.
Bow 14.
Weld now.
This is our first international sculler. This is Lynellen Long, 73 years old, from Thames in London, England. Bow 14. Welcome to Boston, Lynellen.
And we've got Bow 13 doing a nice job getting out of the way because 18 is coming through.
Okay,
right
Bow 13 is Dana Perrone, 78 years, and 18.
Yeah.
And Linda Porter, 70. So these age categories do make a difference, 70 years and 78 years, and they are fighting each other a little bit, but I think as Kevin said, sorting it out a little bit, giving way to the faster crew. And the faster crew does have to take that faster line. You know, that's not just, you can't just get out of the way any which way. The faster crew should have taken the inside line there, and she is now getting stuck on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Because the other boat is not turning. There could be a little incident going on right there.
It's too bad. It really hurts them both, you know. Yeah.
Knowing where the next turn is imperative, and you have to put yourself into the position to take the next turn when you are the faster crew. And unfortunately, things like that happen sometimes. All right, in front of us now in another Van Dusen.
This looks like it's bow number 15.
Bow number 15 from Cambridge Boat Club is Sarah Johnson. Sarah's 74 years old, right here in Cambridge. Rode for Wellesley College back in 1973. Congratulations. This is her 33rd head of the Charles. Well done, Sarah. In this event, we have 28 competitors in the 70, 80, and 90-plus category for the women.
Do we have any 90-plus for the women?
Really
exciting.
Think so.
I mean, you know, we've head of the Charles been happening for a long time. Not too often have we had the 90-plus, and I think we're seeing more of them more often than we used to, right?
Ernestine Bayer was that famous one for a number of years. 88 is our oldest competitor on the women's side, and that is Joan Campbell, bow number
from Union,
23
right?
from Union. Yeah, she was a founding member of the Union Boat Club.
Oh, I guess she's listed as Cambridge Boat Club, but she was founding member of Union. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some rowers on the river actually are members of multiple clubs. Yeah.
They might row from one to the next and then leave their boat. And then row
right,
back.
right. It's too long to go back.
I don't want to go back. All right, 22? 22. Bow number 22, local sculler, Cambridge Boat Club, Marcia Hooper. She's been involved with rowing since 1974 and was a coxswain at Brown University. And she's now the president of the Friends of Brown Women's Crew. So staying involved in many ways. Also the co-president of the National Rowing Foundation and was a former director and chair of U.S. Rowing. So very highly involved in our sport, Marcia Hooper. Well done, Marcia.
Have we seen everybody? There was a big gap here, so maybe we've got some more boats still coming, but... little break in the action.
We've got Joan and Jane and Janet.
Yeah, here we go.
That sun is starting to shift around, obviously, which is awfully nice from our vantage point, hopefully from yours as well. I know the camera crew is probably appreciating a little less direct sunlight on the Weeks Footbridge as well. Lots of great stuff going on. All right, somebody's coming under Weeks Footbridge but didn't decide to turn, so I don't know who that is yet, but we'll see in a minute. And just like in the other events, there could be some little overlapping going on. The next event is going to be event number 3, which is the men's Grandmasters and veteran singles, which is your 50 and 60 plus. Greg Benning is your course record holder, and he set the course record in 2014 as a Grandmaster, and then again in the veteran 9 years later. So he's pretty quick.
He's got all the records.
Yeah, he's got all the records. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, we might see them. I mean, they're starting. They just started about a minute ago.
Okay.
So I think hopefully there's not too much overlap.
There probably won't be too much overlap.
But you know, this group here still got another
there's still
10,
4 or
15
5
minutes to
there's
go,
still 4
right?
Or 5.
Yeah. I think Greg's starting like bow 3 because if I have this right, he's got maybe some people in front of him who are in the younger category.
He moved up into the
yeah, and I think they do it based on last year's time, so depending on what the conditions were like. Oh, yeah, they've got him behind Russ. Interesting.
Yeah.
He's normally a good piece faster than Russ. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it'll be nice. Should be a quick group up there in the first few boats. So yeah, we do have a couple of boats from the women's race coming through now. Looks like that's 25 or 26, excuse
26,
me.
yeah.
26.
26, Janet Margusi out of Cooper Rowing Club. I've coached Janet a few times along the way. She says she is blessed to be here at the head of the Charles, and last year as well. She's been training hard and looking for her. Let's go, Janet. Let's go.
And looks like Janet has made it through bow number 24, so has done the pass.
That's good. That's Jane Morris, 83 years.
Oh, Jane, yeah.
Yep, Cambridge Boat Club sculler. She's been at every head of the Charles since 2000, former president of the Cambridge Boat Club, and now board president of the community rowing. Well, she was, I'm sorry, during the construction of the boathouse. So that was a big job. Jane Morris and Janet Margusi. Let's go, guys. Nice job, ladies. Heading for Anderson.
Really involved in the community here. Jane's done so much work for the local rowing community. Great to see people out there rowing. You know,
absolutely. Not just working hard in the boardroom and raising money and
it makes all this possible. You
That's
know?
right. It's good to be out there. Oh, she's gonna be tight on that buoy, and she missed it. You really got to aim for the center of Anderson. Is after you come through Weeks, it's just the center, and it's hard to see sometimes. But if you're not aiming for the center, there's a good chance you're going to clip a buoy as the course narrows. The course is very wide right after Weeks footbridge, but it obviously narrows into that next arch. And as you're looking at it, the arch is on an angle, and you really have to be aiming for the center of the arch, or else you could end up a little wide. All right, still a handful of these Masters and senior veterans and grand veteran singles coming by.
I think coming into the sun there now is bow number 27.
Bow 27, Peggy Sadler, 85 years young, out of Hanover, New Hampshire, Upper Valley Rowing Club. 13th consecutive head of the Charles in her single. She's also raced in the quad and a double. Fantastic. She's the youngest in her age group, so she's hoping at this 85 age group that she's going to take a win today. We're going to hope she does too. So Peggy Sadler coming through. 85. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit. We don't feel it here, but I'm looking across the river at the Harvard Stadium, and the Harvard flag and the U.S. flag are starting to stand out a little bit. So that means that this calm stretch here and into Elliott is going to turn into a bit of a headwind as they come into the finish line. So they got to soak it up, try to get as much time on the clock now, because even over 20 minutes from start to finish of one single event, the conditions can change, especially this time of day.
Yeah, that I'm not sure. Is that? I mean, that seems like that'd be a good headwind even through parts of here, right?
It might be a little bit more of a headwind after the Anderson Bridge, but I think it's gonna not kick them until later.
It's reasonably sheltered. It's reasonably sheltered in this part of the river, but yeah, you still feel it when you're pushing that hard. You know, a little bit of headwind goes a long way.
Especially, especially as you're entering mile 2. Right, exactly.
So this boat coming by Weld now is bow number 29.
Bow 29. We didn't have a 29.
Excuse me, 23. I should
23.
listen to the timers.
Threes and 8s can look a lot alike in the sun. So that is Joan Campbell.
Oh.
That's Joan Campbell. We
talked
talked about Joan earlier, but this is Joan Campbell.
This is her doppelganger, I guess.
She's doing fine.
2 of them.
She's going to line herself up for the Anderson Bridge and push right through. But that's Joan Campbell, 88 years young, oldest woman to row the head of the Charles, first woman member of the Union Boat Club, now rowing for Cambridge Boat Club. Fantastic. Let's go, Joan. Looking good. She's rowing her wooden single as well. So she's got the older boat, older sculler, very happy. Not all wooden boats are old, but I think that one is a little bit older side of things. All right, there she goes.
We've got some boats coming through Weeks now, and I'm guessing they might be the first boats from the men's race, because no, maybe not.
So as we go into that Grandmaster and Veteran Singles race in a few moments, last year the top 4 scullers finished within 7 seconds of one another. And now they're all back for the rematch. So that'll be exciting to see. Andrew McTaggart from Ridley Grad starting in bow number 1. David Deschennes, bow number 2. Russ Cohn, longtime boatman for BU, down at bow number 3. And then Greg Benning, who has a couple of course records, from Cambridge Boat Club, starting in bow number 4. Greg is a machine on this course.
Yeah, he's
and most courses that he enters, actually.
Indeed, yeah. He spends a lot of time. He trains hard, but he also does. He's a very scientific approach to how he trains. Spends a lot of time, and you can see there in the first boat in that race, you can see him racing, rocketing towards the Weeks Foot Bridge. Looks like we've got one other boat ahead of them, moving a bit slower and still on the course.
That might
can't
be
quite get the number
our
on
last
it.
starter. That might be bow number 28 now.
Right.
Patty Greenfield.
So hopefully they won't be in the part of the river that these boats want to go in.
That's exactly what I'm thinking as well, Kevin. I'm hoping
it's going to be close.
That Patty gets past Anderson or gives way to
kind of in the
whoever's
middle
coming at her. All right, so we're going to start to see the younger Masters men coming here very quickly.
Yeah, I can see them now coming. It's 1, 2, then 4 in that order. And I think I'm guessing, can see her. But this is, it's going to be tricky.
All right, it looks like if that is Patty, she's moving a little to the outside, which is really smart on her part. And that's going to give us bow number 1 in the Grandmasters single. That's Andrew McTaggart, 51 years old, from Ridley Grad Boat Club up in beautiful St. Catharines, Canada. So welcome, Andrew, leading his group of scullers on through the straightaway here in front of Weld Boathouse, heading for the Anderson turn.
I mean, bow 2 pushing him hard. I mean, it's definitely going to be tight.
That's David Deschennes, 52 years old, out of, he says anywhere USA. I'm not sure where David's from.
Yeah,
but we've got
moving
some tight
very well.
Scullers
Greg
right here.
coming up behind them, so he's already.
That Russ
No, this is Greg.
This is
Greg Benning.
Greg Benning is past Russ Cohn. Greg Benning pushing as he always does.
Pushing those
Greg
youngsters.
Benning, yep, he's the 60-year-old category, but he's going to be pushing into the 50-year-old plus. So there goes Greg with those long legs, long leg drive, sitting well. Great rhythm. He's done this 1,000 times, literally.
It'd be interesting to see. I mean, he's catching those guys too.
It'll be interesting to see if he passes.
He knows this course so well. He's probably got his pacing down really solid. So those guys should. You
can see that line that he just took is significantly tighter than most of the other people that we've seen.
Yeah,
so
he just
fantastic.
made up some good time on them there. And bow 6 is the next men's boat
all right.
coming.
Greg Hoffman, Maritime rowing out of East Norwalk, Connecticut. So he's doing well. Bow 6, 50 years old. Nice job, Jeff.
Yeah,
looks
like
he's looking long. Very nice line as well.
Oh, that's Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know Jeff. Let's go, Hoffy. And looks like he's done well because he's past bow 5.
Bow 5 is Carlos
Retigui.
Sure. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, accent is on the A and the U is silent.
All right, good job. He's from Lake Merritt, and then right after him is bow.
That's Russ Cohn from BU,
bow
the
5.
boatman from BU. Bow 3.
He's been racing here forever. Bow 7, Pat Johnson. All right, Minneapolis Rowing Club, another Midwesterner. Great job here, Pat.
He's getting a lot of pressure. Bow 9, really pushing up on the
Bow 9,
stern.
that's Robert Park out of Ottawa. He didn't come down over the border for nothing. That Robert Park going, pushing.
Yeah, excellent. Rob's, I think he's a former Canadian national team member.
Bow 8 is
rower.
Greg Meyer, former Wisco rower. Let's go, Greg Meyer. Greg is now the head coach at Marietta. He was the captain of Wisconsin back in 1992. He is a machine, Greg Meyer.
In the orange top, we got bow 10.
Bow 10, Charlie Gagliano from Greater Columbus. Let's go, Greater Columbus in Columbus, Ohio. I'm not going to say anything about the Buckeyes, but that is Greater Columbus Rowing Association and Charlie Gagliano. Way to go. I used to coach at IU. We don't talk about Ohio State.
Good
All
series
right,
of boats
bout
here.
number
Yeah, 11
11.
and 12 right behind them.
Don rowing out of Mississauga, Ontario. Steve Dimitris, 38 years, 15th head of the Charles. Way to go, Steve. Great job.
You got Scott Horney right behind him. He's rowed this course a lot, and he's moving quite well. Like maybe he's closed the gap a bit on 11.
And Scott rode for BU back in the Bill Miller era. Happy to be here, back on the Charles. Bow 13, Charlie Braun. Not to be confused with Charlie Brown. Charlie Braun. Charlie loves rowing. 35th appearance here at the head of the Charles. He must have started rowing when he was 20. All right, bow 14, Eric Goldberg, 56, Union Boat Club, local sculler. Rode for the University of Pennsylvania back in the late 80s and early 90s. I might have rode against him.
And looks like bow 16, Brian Jameson in the blue
Oh,
boat.
Brian
He's overtaking 15, who is not trying to let him through.
That's it. Brian Jameson, tough sculler. And
Yeah.
who's right next to him?
It's bow 15.
Yeah.
Alvin
Otten
from Germany.
From Germany, yep.
Yes,
All right.
They're really
tight.
close. They're touching blades now.
Yeah.
So
He's got to make the turn. Jamie's got to turn. There you go.
yeah. Well, they both. Yeah, there they
Yeah,
go.
but he's
Oh,
got to
they
turn
did it.
first.
Yeah.
Jamie's got to turn first. There you go. All right, fantastic stuff here, guys. We all want to see the championship singles. We love to see those young, fast guys. But I tell you what, this age group is very fast, very competitive, have time to train, have lots of experience, and you're seeing some really good sculling right here in this age group.
Yeah, times
Wow.
are good. Yeah, Greg Benning
Weld.
is the fastest boat through Weld at 10:46. So fast group up the road. This is bow 17 in the
Bow
yellow boat.
17, Franz Vandersteen. He won this back in 2019, 2023, 2024, and a 7-time winner at the Silver Skiff on the Po River. The Po is in Torino, Italy. We'll be there in a couple of weeks for the Po, for the Silver Skiff. And bow
Said 19 has just
19
gone through 18 here in
is
front of us.
Martin Vanderheide out of Cascadilla, New York. He's a Cornell alumni.
Moving well, and he's just
Riverside
gone through.
Boat
That's
Club
Sean
sculler.
Wolf.
Sean Wolf, old Northeastern coxswain, if you can believe it. Sean is a tremendous athlete, tremendous sculler, and good friend of mine. So way to go, Sean. He's a local, too, rowing out of Riverside Boat Club.
And it looks like 21 has moved up. He's
Bow
just heading to the
22,
bridge now.
21, Tom
yeah.
Bohr. Let's go, Tom Bohr.
Oh yeah, Tom said he wasn't happy with his time last year, so he's looking to make up some time this year. And he's doing a good job.
And
Bow 20 right behind him.
20.
Yeah.
20 is Karsten Brizky, former German national team member back in the 1993 World Championship, lightweight 4, and 92 U23 silver medalist. He's from Frankfurt.
Going under the bridge now is bow number 22.
Who's right here?
22 just went under the bridge. This is 23 in front of us now.
Bow 23, Ken Irato from Cambridge Boat Club. And on the
bow
outside,
25 from Union Boat Club. That's Steve Glick.
Yeah.
Tight racing here. Looks like Steve has gone through bow number 24, Riverside Blades. Is
That's
that Tom?
Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor De Kokonik. Grew up in Zimbabwe.
Yes, he's a Dutch Zimbabwean.
Yep. Bow 26.
Former Riverside member as well. Yeah, bow 26.
Chip Baird out of Union Boat Club as well. So lots of these guys have been, if they're rowing for these local clubs, have a good experience on the Charles. Bow 27. Charles Hagdorn. Just started racing seriously after the pandemic and started to row in Amsterdam in the early or mid-90s. Rows now for Cambridge Boat Club. All right, taking a little peek at the Anderson Bridge, lining himself up, ready to go. Always a good idea. If you're not exactly sure where that bridge is, take a peek.
Bow 28 out of Union Boat Club.
John Carroll. He's been rowing for the last 5 years from Union Boat Club after kind of a typical Masters thing, probably 20 years off, probably a family, some job responsibilities, but now racing hard. So welcome back.
This looks like Andy O'Brien from Riverside Boat Club in bow number 29. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Yes, okay.
Good job. First head of the Charles was in 1979. He's 65, so we're into the 60-year-old group. All right, we've got, I know bow 31's right there.
Yeah, we got 30 the bow 30 in front in the yellow boat.
All right, that's Bjorn Stansteady out of Narragansett, and then a good friend of mine, Dan DeSchneider from Houston, Texas. He's sitting tall because I told him to. Bow 31. Let's go, Dan.
He's doing
nice
well.
job, Bjorn.
Looks like Dan's trying to close the gap.
Yep. All right, Bjorn is a
pushing away.
feisty
He's pushing
little
hard.
lightweight.
He doesn't want to get taken.
I know both those guys. They're not going to give in an inch. Nice job, Bjorn. Nice job, Dan.
And here comes bow 32 with the yellow blades.
Bow 32. Scott Pape. He's another competitor. Scott Pape out of Riverfront Recapture. Let's go, Scott. Yes, it's me, Scott. Don't look at me. Look at the bridge. Let's go, Scott. He's going to be joining us in Italy in a couple of weeks for the Silver Skiff as well. He earned a medal last year. He wants to get the win this year. He's training hard. Nice job, Scott. All right, bow 33 coming through. That's Mike Calado, sorry.
Mike Cataldo from Union Boat Club.
There you go.
And that's the yellow boat, 33, and 34 right on his stern.
That is Leander Sculler, Richard Kranzak. Started rowing in the 90s. All sorts of rowing in Canada and all over. Did the Blackburn Challenge and open water stuff. This isn't open water rowing today. A little different. He's doing great.
And bow 35 behind them, the white boat with the white T-shirt.
Eric Gendon. He placed first at the head of the Housatonic last week. He's from New York, AC, New York Athletic Club.
It looks like in the blue top in front of Weld now is bow number 36.
Bow 36.
Cambridge rower.
Yeah, Ken Dupree, longtime head of the Charles volunteer. Thank you for your service. Rode in almost every head of the Charles since 1993. All right, well done. He'll probably have the volunteer vest on later today. Good job, Ken.
We got bow 38 now.
Ooh, bow 38 moving along. From Australia, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, Mark Chapman. All right, welcome from way down under. Fantastic. Looking like a long stroke. Very nice.
You sort of expect nothing less from an Australian sculler, right? Very technical, very precise. Bow 40 is coming through next.
Bow 40, Pat Reardon. He rode for the University of Pennsylvania and Phillips Exeter Academy, now rowing for Maritime Rowing out of East Norwalk, Connecticut. 56 years old, Pat Reardon.
So that's 40. Looks like we've got bow 39 and 37. So I think 39 has just made the pass on
Okay, bow
37.
39 is Roland Holst from Germany. And then 37?
That's Tom Lowe from Riverside Boat Club,
There
I
you
believe.
Go. Yep.
Been there since 1991.
Fantastic. Ooh, a little wide.
I used to coach Tom, and I can, you know when you coach someone, you know their stroke from like a mile away, right? Yep. He's gotten better. He's gotten better over the years, probably since I stopped coaching him.
Oh. All right.
Looks like
bow 40?
43.
43. Bow 43 from Raleigh Rowing, Sean Stevenson, Raleigh, North Carolina. He was on the U.S. national team in 03 and 04 in the lightweight quad. So he knew something about a fast sculling boat. If he was in the lightweight quad, now he's making that lightweight single look good, like it's cutting through butter here on the Charles River. Right, pushing on him. And
46.
the yellow boat is bow 46 from Occoquan, Eric Nienabeer. Hope that's somewhat close. He's saying thank you to the volunteers here at the head of the Charles, and we say thank you for competing so strongly. So way to go, Eric.
A little tight racing here now. We got 47 on the outside who's made the pass.
That's Walker
around
Christie.
2 boats.
Walker is on the outside. That's Walker. He's from Cambridge Boat Club.
And 41 is he's just gone around 41, but he's had to go wide to do it.
That's Ethan Steed, 50. So these guys are moving a little wide. They got to come in.
And just going through 41 now, I think he had to take a pause 42. There is 42.
42 moving well. That's Roberto Riccardi from Johannesburg. So he's from South Africa as well. Guys got to know where they are.
Yeah, I know. It's too. That guy passed 2 boats, but he had to go out of the course to do it. I'm not sure how the refs will call it, but
they're going to have to call that.
yeah. So here's 45.
Bow 45 is White Marsh Boat Club from Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Dan Kelly he's a Philly guy, rode for St. Joe's Prep and Penn AC, and then Villanova. He doesn't want to leave Philly. So way to go, Dan. Welcome to Boston, even though you're a Philly guy.
And right in front of us now from Quinsigamond, this is Jim Hughes. He's a former Assumption College rower. Began his rowing career in 1991. This is 18th head of the Charles. He's coached at Assumption College, Quinsigamond Rowing Association, and at CRI. So good job, Jim.
He looks like he's taking some of his own advice, rowing nicely as well. 19?
48.
48?
48, yes. In the red boat.
Barry Iyer, East Bay Rowing out of Barrington, Rhode Island. He just started rowing 4 years ago. Second appearance at the head of Charles, doing fantastic here at 59. So he's the old man in the group. He'll be looking forward to turning 60 next year. Most people don't, but rowers often enjoy that next bump in age, right?
For sure, yeah. Another one, he's 50, bow 51, and he's from Ireland.
Ireland, Galway.
We always get some Galway scullers.
Well, it's a great place to row, that's for sure. They've got the sculler's head there on the...
Looks like he says he won the head of the Charles in the single in 1994.
Wow.
So it'll be good to see how he does in this category this year.
And this is about 54 coming by. Seth Burns, 58 years old, from San Diego. He was the captain of the Williams College crew back in 1989. And is loving the head of the Charles. So welcome from San Diego, Seth. Have a great rest of the 3rd mile coming up. Again, guys are going just a little wide here. I'm kind of surprised.
I don't know if it's the wind maybe giving them a little shove, but is that 52?
Bow
52 looks like 52 trying to hold off Bow 55, who's coming up on the inside.
Bow 52 is Alan Akins from Cambridge Boat Club, 59 years old. And then 55 is Kevin Mach out of Conshohocken White Marsh Boat Club. Rode at Fordham back in the early 90s, and then the New York AC mid-90s, and White Marsh Boat Club from 2019.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this. He just took a nice line.
Yeah,
he had to adjust, but we've seen a lot of this where both boats are trending towards the outside of that turn and getting stuck on the abutment. People
don't want to get stuck here close to Weld, but I tell you what, a lot of people going wide this morning.
Yeah, and clear water for Bow 56. Yeah, taking a little wide line. This is in the white boat.
Occoquan sculler John Cicerello. He's an Army veteran, rode at West Point, and then started rowing again 20 years after he left West Point. So welcome here, John. Great job.
Taking a good line towards the bridge.
There you go. Yep. Keep that turn going.
Bow number 57 coming through now from 612 Endurance.
Alan Green, 58 years old, former national team member back in the early 90s. 5th in the quad and 612 Endurance, Alan Green.
And we've got Bow 58 from the UK.
Bow 58, Edward Bolo. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Boilio. Happy to have you here from Putney Town, London.
And 59.
59 is Christian Nielsen. He's younger guy in the group, 51 years old, former Danish lightweight rower.
All in order here. This is Wes Kearns from Narragansett.
Nice.
He was a fairly competitive lightweight rower back in our day, as I recall. And what does he put down for some info? Yeah, competitive in the 90s, weren't we all? 25 years off, now he's back rowing.
It was 30 years ago. We were all
Says he's back to lightweight weight. We'll see. There's no weight checks in the Masters categories, right?
About 49 here. Patrick Long, 58 years old, from Sarasota County, Florida. Sarasota County Rowing Club. Rows all over Florida and enjoys coming up here to Massachusetts. A little cooler this morning than down in Florida. I talked to my wife this morning. It was actually cool in Florida this morning. It's 68 degrees. She said it was so nice not to come out and sweat immediately. I said it was 40 here.
It's turning out to be pretty nice today.
Pretty nice right
here comes Bow 66
wow,
moving
look
very
at him
well.
Go. Very nice.
This is Anton Prodan from Ukraine and CRI.
Very nice.
Yeah,
He's pushed by some guys.
He's a very competitive rower in his time back in the day, but he also coaches at CRI and has some athletes performing very well, and you can see why. He's a very solid rower. And looks like he's gone through 62 here.
Right, 62 is Jeffrey Brock from New Haven Rowing Club down in Oxford, Connecticut. So he's got a good line, clean water right now.
And I think Jeff is like a professor at Yale, if I'm not mistaken, of math.
Bow 61 from Lake Merritt is Richard Gallagher, 53. And he's got a unique paint job on that red boat. He is easy to spot. Very good. Richard Gallagher. All right. Bow 69. Benjamin King, former Penn heavyweight rower.
He's moving quite well, actually, and
now
he's got the camera. He's getting the
yep.
full video. He's probably live streaming himself, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe we should check it out. Bow 70 looks like he's holding off. He's holding off 70, but 70's coming.
Kevin Plank, 50 years old, so he's the younger in the group, and that is from Stirling Rowing Club in Stirling, Great Britain.
From across the pond.
Yep.
Yeah,
Glasgow.
Good sculling there.
Scottish and British and national champion in the single. And somewhere along
65.
here we've got, who do we got?
65.
65. That is Waylon Weston sculler Ryan Applegate.
And 67 coming up on his stern.
67 is Robert Falk from Viking out of Northfield, New Jersey, near Atlantic City.
Here. 68 and 71.
68, Greg Simmons out of Sarasota. He's done a lot of Masters racing. Who is there?
71 behind him.
Bow 71, my friend Scott Killen out of GMS. Let's go, Scott. Three-time U.S. national champion, 34th head of the Charles.
Great line from Scott heading through that bridge.
Scott's been here before. Scott's very competitive. All right.
Taking advantage of some open water here. This is bow number 53. That's Brian Laughlin out of Nereid from New Jersey. Says he's learned to row on the dodgiest river. But doing well here, the head of the Charles, and looks like he's taking that wide line we keep talking about.
That buoy just looks to be a little. That's been a taker. That one's taken a lot of seconds. Yeah. All right, great group here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really. All right, let's go, timers. Are you ready over there? All right, 6 boats coming by, basically all at the same time.
Trying to stay up ahead of them here. 72.
I'm not going to get everybody.
72 hoping to stay out of the fray,
Tom
but probably
Hines.
not going to happen.
He's happy to race, but I tell you what Tom wants to do is be at that bridge first. Let's go, Tom. He's from London, Ontario, London Western Rowing Club.
Yeah, coming up quick is 74, yeah.
That's Cameron McComb.
Look at this, we got 4
Prince William Rowing Club out of Lake Ridge, Virginia. All right, 4 wide. Take a picture, people. Take a picture, Kevin. 4 wide.
76.
All right, somebody's got to give. Andrew Kellen. All right, Andrew, we're going to see him next week. He's going to come to a camp down in Virginia. Let's go, Andy. Mendota Rowing Club. Make this turn,
here,
guys.
so
Somebody's got to turn.
78 coming out in the front of this group.
78. He did a good job getting out in front. He'll have clean water to at least the Elliott's turn or Cambridge turn. That was John McCoolin.
We lost a bow number on the middle boat, and they're still kind of overlapped here, but 73 is at the back of that pack.
73 was Frank McCarthy. Frank, let's get going. Yep.
You do your thing. Yeah. That was a mess.
That was a mess.
Here comes 79 now.
All right, 79's happy to be where he is. That is Dave Roberts, 60 years old, out of Cincinnati Rowing Club. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Let's go, Dave. 81.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Guy Pooley out of Crabtree, London, England. Great Britain, 92, 96 in the Olympics for Great Britain. Let's go, Guy.
I think it's a green boat. It's bow number 63. That would be Winthrop John Edwards from CRI, a Mass Maritime Academy head coach who's a trailblazing figure in the world of rowing.
This guy's coming fast.
We've got a quick-looking yellow boat here, 83.
83. He's been moving up. This is Joel Griffith out of River City out there in beautiful Sacramento, California. Rode for the University of Washington Huskies on the lightweight squad.
We're getting a repeat of our action a few minutes ago.
Yep, we got another three up.
Veering towards each other.
Yeah, they definitely are veering towards each
82
other.
on the outside, trying to get ahead of 80.
82 is Gwen Bolito out of San Diego. He's a former rugby player. He's ready for the scrum right here.
They did a better job. 80 just hesitated, which allowed 82
80 is
to get away clean.
Daniel Day out of Susquehanna Rowing Association out there in beautiful Lewisburg on the beautiful Susquehanna River. He's rowed here 4 times.
They're battling hard, but
right,
they both made it by bow 75.
75 is David Green out of Vero Beach, Florida. All right, Dave, let's keep going, Dave.
And this is my former doubles partner, Rob White from Riverside Boat Club, winner of the Head of the Charles in 2013.
I hope he's returning here. I hope so.
Not sure why they let him do that. Could have waited 2 more boats. Let's go, Rob.
All right, and across the river, we're starting to see some doubles coming down. So we're going to see the, hopefully not double trouble. We got a good handful more of our Grandmaster and Veteran Masters men's singles.
84 coming through us now with the
that is
Blue Blades.
David Kenny out of Cambridge Boat Club. I keep glancing left here on the announcing stand because every time a rower goes by, they say my name, and I keep looking, and I'm like, what? I'm right here. They're not laughing. They're so serious, those timers. They got to get all this.
Took me a second to get your joke. It was really funny, though.
It was, yeah, you know.
We got 87 coming by us now. Looks like a Narragansett sculler from the colors, yeah. And that's Matthew Erickson. Member of 2 oldest boat clubs in the United States, Narragansett and Detroit Boat Club. Yeah. Narragansett rowers, tremendous scullers. They work so hard.
They have to because they
really
row on the
competitive.
Seacon.
They do, but I think they foster a really great environment there for competitive sculling. It's really fun to watch them compete.
So the differential there is I think the charter of the Detroit Boat Club is actually a little older than Narragansett. However, Narragansett has been continuously operated, and I think Detroit had a year or 2 off.
Oh, interesting.
I think that was that's the fight between the oldest
number 1 and number 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks like heading through Anderson Bridge now. Another Cambridge sculler, bow number 86. That's Lawrence Floyd, who is a UMass alumni and retired firefighter.
And this is Donald Townsend, bow number 91 from Maine Coast Rowing up in Brunswick, Maine. He started rowing just 10 years ago to keep up with his wife. You know, I gave up that a long time ago. My wife does triathlons and runs half marathons and rides her bike 50 miles before breakfast, and I just don't do that. But good job to you, Don. Well done. Absolutely beautiful here. We got the sun rising a little higher, so a little less total glare, but a beautiful reflection of suns coming out over the Charles River. And we got 2 scullers battling side by side. Who's going to get to the front?
92 on the outside.
92's on the outside.
Tim Brame from Saratoga Springs. He's trying hard to get around bow 88.
Bow 88.
Which is Ian Hawkins from Nereid, another New Jersey rower.
All right.
Rowed at Trinity. But looks like 88's holding here.
Yeah, he is.
And, that's where that wide line can be tricky.
You got to be
You're trying to go around, but you're putting more meters in now. He's going to have to move because otherwise
have to turn.
He's going to force the other guy off the course here. So we'll see if they can sort it out. Yeah, so far so good. Well done.
All right, we got the same situation coming in right after here. It's like a drag race going on here. 2 boats side by side. These guys 90 is on the inside, closest to our view. That's John Bay out of Squam Community Rowing up in Holderness. And 89 right on the outside is Area The rowing there is actually the best rowing,
Oh.
I think, in Philadelphia, but it's
Okay.
still Philadelphia. I went to school in Boston, so I'm a Boston fan over Philly every day.
We've got a super involved rower going by us here now. Bob Menino from Union Boat Club, former race director at the Head of the Charles. Let's go, Bob.
There
He's
you
a
go.
Union Boat Club member, coaches. His son's rowing now. He's a really big figure in the Boston rowing scene, and looks like he's doing well with bow 95 just going by us now.
Yeah, that's Till Andresen. Yeah, Andresen from Thames Rowing. I rode on the Thames down in New London, Connecticut, and it always cruised me up. The Thames. The famous
River?
Thames River.
Yeah.
So now I've got to revert to the Thames. You flip my page. Bow number 98, sitting nice and tall in his yellow single is Martin Hindman out of Nottingham, England. Notts County Rowing Club. Welcome to Boston. We got two guys right behind him.
99 making the pass here on the inside.
Cullen Archer. Let's go, Cullen, out of Fort Worth, Texas.
He's going
nice
through
job,
97.
Cullen. He's
Gus
going through
Stewart
97.
from Cambridge.
Yeah, Gus Stewart, the local. All right, the Texan taking on the local. Let's go, Cullen.
I have an affinity to anyone with bow 99.
Well, look at that too. His oars. He's got the Longhorns from Austin
Wayne Gretzky's number
on his oars. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool blades.
This guy coming way wide.
Great pack of boats coming from weeks now. Some good racing going on. Again, like a little, you'd like to have some tight racing, but not too tight.
Yeah.
I
mean, 5 wide here a
Yeah.
moment ago. That was
fun.
That was fun. Well, for us.
Yeah, there was some sounds that came out of that collision.
Yeah, there were some words that we cannot
spoken.
replicate. Yeah. All right, this has turned into a little V here. This looks like the starting line right here with the two lines, the odds and the evens lining up, framing
got some
their
Riverside blades coming through first.
But we've
100.
got 100. All right, 100 is Alvaro Rodriguez out of Riverside Boat Club. Bow number 100. 41st Head of the Charles. Way to go.
And
Looking
102
good.
just making the pass on around 94 here.
102 is Ernie Perizzo out of Cambridge Boat Club as well. Former lightweight rower from Dartmouth. We got 3 going now end to end.
Yeah,
94. 94 is going by. That's Brian White out of Greater Dayton Rowing. Brian started rowing about 13 years ago. He's got to come back on the course.
Yeah, he's got to straighten it out, but he's letting 101 go by. That's Kenneth Novak from, again, Anywhere USA. But he's a part-time assistant coach at Hamilton College Crew. Do you know where Hamilton? Erie Canal. The Erie Canal in New York, yeah.
Hamilton, New York.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well done sorting it out.
Yep.
Looks like we've got bow 104 going by in the yellow boat.
104 is Rich Di Giovanna from Prince William Rowing Club down in on the Occoquan, south side of the Occoquan.
93, he's just gone by bow 93.
Bow 93 is Andrew Simpson from Washington Rowing School in Bladensburg, Maryland.
And again, in terms of scullers I know well, this is John Tracy from Riverside Boat Club, former Head of the Charles winner. He's bow 108, so he's moving up well here. Looking good, John.
Yep, 40th year racing here. The locals do have an advantage. They really do kind of understand their position on the river better than people who are coming in for the weekend or so on. So it is nice to be around locals that know what they're doing. We got some.
I was going to say, yeah, John's done the Head of the Charles 40 times, so he's been here a bit.
He's raced it 40 times. He's probably done it 4,000 times.
Yes, this is true.
109?
109, indeed.
Bow 109, Mike Love, 67 years old, out of Cooper Rowing Club down in Penshahocken, New Jersey. Rows for on the Cooper River. And then 105? Yeah. 105 in the blue hull is Carl Resnick out of Riverfront Recapture over in not too far from here, over in Hartford, Connecticut. Bow 106 is Jeff Bickford, 67 years old. He's rowing in memory of a friend and teammate, Tom Friel. Fantastic. Way to put meaning to the regatta, and I hope you do well, Jeff. Bow number 106.
Oh, I know Tom Friel. Yeah, he passed away recently. Good fellow, good rower.
On top of you.
And this is 110 and 111. So
that's
just
it.
like we said,
That's
they've been tight the whole way down the
They're
course.
They're
and
racing.
Looks like 111 is sneaking up on 110.
110 is
still some
James
distance to
Hammett.
go.
He's 69 from Cambridge. And then right behind him is Mike Bergstrom from Texas Rowing Center in Austin. So 110 and 111.
Some interesting courses coming out of weeks from this group.
Yeah.
Some very wide
And we
on
call
either
that-
direction.
And we call the guys that go wide, they're heading for the chowder. But the chowder
Yeah.
isn't started yet, so they got to
Yeah.
come back onto the course.
Yeah. Right up the middle, though, in the blue
Oh,
top
yeah.
is bow number 112.
That
doing
is
a great job.
line. Kevin Kerr, 69 years old, out of Down East Rowing, Mount Desert. Is it Desert or Desert, Maine? Always, I would rather be Mount
One
Desert.
S would be desert. Two S's, right? You want?
Okay,
you
I like
always
it to be
say two
desert.
S's for dessert
I
because
like
you want
dessert.
extra dessert.
Yeah, I like extra dessert.
Yeah. And on the outside line is bow 116, but coming back in nicely.
Bow
taking a good point to the
116
bridge.
is Edward Guy out of Narragansett. Yeah, all right, Edward. He's a scientist about rowing, too. You were talking about Greg Benning being a scientist. Ed is as well. Great guy. All right,
Yeah, we
he's
got
a great guy.
115 up the middle here, going by with the Cambridge Blades. That's 115.
115 is Mike Callahan, 69 years old, 10th year rowing.
Mark Callahan.
Mark Callahan, sorry.
And he's gone through bow 113 in that yellow boat on the far side.
113 is John Allen out of Vero Beach, Florida. Rode for Kent School and Brown University and Vesper Boat Club and is now down there in Florida. Oh, my gosh.
They're all at diagonals. They're all at these strange diagonals. It's going to be
You
interesting.
guys standing over there on Anderson Bridge, you got a view going on now. We got four
nicely
wide.
sneaking through the middle in clean water is bow 121.
121 is Joost Broswick out of Netherlands. And
Close to us is 107.
107 is closest to us. That's Walter DeVault out of Treasure Coast, Palm City, Florida.
And 119 in the middle in the white boat.
119 in the white boat is John Wiggins.
And he's got
Oxford,
a
Great Britain.
fast-moving 122 taking the outside.
122 is the last starter. That's Mark Malone, Pennsylvania Barge, Philadelphia. And he's going to be awfully close to that in arch. Yeah, they're going to make it.
Yeah, it's going to.
Okay.
They're well done.
They
yeah.
did it. Well, we saw him go in. We haven't seen him come out. But
This is true. And in the blue boat was bow 103. That's Albert Maroney Jr. From unaffiliated. Rode at URI 83 to 86. And what do we got here? 117.
117.
117. David Margolis from Carolina Masters Rowing, North Carolina.
And in the white boat, 120 coming by us is John Froming. He's the board chair of Potomac Conservancy and rows out of Potomac Boat Club in beautiful Washington, D.C.
And looks like he's just slipped by bow 114 from Yankee in Hadley, Massachusetts. That's Jeff Momot. And then what do we got? 118 in front of us now. That's William Brown out of CRI. Rode at the head of the Charles in 2022. Goes to Craftsbury Sculling Center. There's another nice sculling coaching camp somewhere down in Florida, I hear. Do you know about this one?
Craftsbury's up in.
No,
yeah. There's no. I don't know anybody else. That was a fantastic event, everybody. If you guys were watching that either on the live stream, watching it in replay, or watching it here on the Charles River live, that was a fun set of guys. That was 122 scullers going by us, and now we're going to have the women's singles from the Grandmaster and Veterans single event. So these are the 50 to 60-year-old women, and there are 89 women competitors in this event, which is, I would bet, a record.
And a quick results check. I know everybody has iPhones now, but Greg Benning, 1906 in that event, 40 seconds faster than the next boat. Who was moving well when they went through here was Jeff Hoffman, and so he's also Grandmaster. So Greg basically dusting the field. No, I think they just give him the 60 plus. Not record time, but for today's conditions, 1906 is very quick. Yeah, that's a tremendous result. And let's check the women's result. See if anybody's on the course. They're on the course, but they haven't hit the Riverside Boat Club marker yet. And I guess bow number 1 in that event is going to be Olwen Huxley, former U.S. national team member from back in the late 90s. Margarita Zeza, also from Cambridge Boat Club, tremendous sculler, has the record of 20:53. And last year, Olwen Huxley, who's starting bow 1 now, won the event last year for the Grandmasters. Alden Bumstead for the Veteran 1, and Ann Granger in the Veteran 2 event. So imagine we'll probably see them fairly soon. Event started about only 5 minutes ago. I guess they left a gap. Yeah, so we've got a break in the action here.
Little bit of a gap. Sometimes that's actually really nice for the for both sets of people, or both sets of scullers, is the little bit of a gap. So we'll talk about a couple of our sponsors here just for a quick moment. I'm sure there's a sponsor page here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. Well, we know some of the sponsors are people, boat builders and oar manufacturers like Concept 2. Concept 2 brings their whole service team up here and does a fantastic job renting out oars as well as repairing oars, repurposing oars, and so on. So Concept 2, long time supporter, and really makes rowing possible here in the United States and around the world. So hats off to the Concept 2 guys. All the boat builders here, Vespoli, Wintec, Filippi, Fluid Design, Van Dusen is not producing boats anymore. He's kind of retired. But lots of great supporters here at the head of the Charles from the boat manufacturers, oar manufacturers. Croker Oars as well is here. And the sport wouldn't happen without these great companies and their employees basically donating their time on a weekend like this. So, of course, they're getting paid, but they're away from their homes, away from their families, and but they're doing the thing that they love to do. So, thank you to all the boat manufacturers and oar manufacturers and parts suppliers like NK, Nielsen tracking devices and megaphones and so on. Shoe manufacturers, kit manufacturers. Nowadays, there's so many different ways to outfit yourself comfortably and efficiently with all the different fabrics and so on, and all the different companies putting things together. So it's just great. Thank you all for being here at the head of the Charles. And, of course, the volunteers mentioned an hour or so ago. This wouldn't be possible without spotters and marshals and referees and timers and safety personnel and people put in the course and so on. So thank you very much, everybody that puts on the head of the Charles. I'm going to look up a few events results as well.
Looks like we can see the next race coming to the Weeks footbridge now. And the first two boats look pretty close together, so it should be interesting to see how they are when they come by us here at Weld. Yeah, 1 and 2, I think, are coming, and then there's another 2 behind them. So quick-looking racing in these first 4 boats. And yeah, in fact, it is out in front still. Olwen Huxley from Riverside Boat Club. But she's got bow 2 right there. So I think that gap probably hasn't changed much since the start.
Yep, that's pretty close. Owen actually learned how to row right here at Weld Boathouse. Out in San Francisco, right on the bay. She finished second in 2024 and has been racing here in the single for the last 10 years. So Olin Huxley is your leader through in place order. Coming through right now. Very nice look. Followed by Rachel Perry.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, that last mile, you can have a lot of changes, depending on who's paced it, how they're pacing it, how they're steering. So Olwen taking a good line to this bridge. Rachel hanging right there. It's going to be a really great race all the way to the last mile.
And this person coming on the outside is 4.
Looks like it's bow 4, yeah.
Yeah,
like
bow 4. That's Pamela Newhart out of Rio Salado. Tempe, Arizona, so she's pushing these top 2 scullers, and she has passed bow number 3, Alden Bumstead out of Narragansett.
Category in the 61, so she's sort of top of her group. These the other boats are all in the 50s.
Yep. Alden's works out very hard. Way to go, Alden.
Bow 4 was moving well. Rode at Cal Berkeley in the late 80s. Doesn't say much what she did since, but clearly she's been training. She's moving very well.
She dodges cactus and rattlesnakes. All right, bow number 6. Bow number 6, Independence Rowing Club out of Nashua, New Hampshire.
That's Aaron Lellemond.
Lellemond. Been rowing since 1993. And we got bow number 5 and bow number 7 battling side by side. Bow 5 is on the inside.
Ward, yep.
Yep.
From Cambridge Boat Club. And bow 7 on the outside, Molly Watkins, also from Cambridge Boat Club. So these two know each other very well.
Hopefully they're saying nice things to each other right now.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact on Erin, she used to be on a giant poster board in Lululemon in the mall.
Oh. Very cool.
Back in the day.
All right, bow number 8 in the red top. That is Julia Fournier out of Ottawa Rowing Club. North of the border. Welcome to Boston. She's looking good. She's trying to hold off bow number 9, which is Maureen Harriman out of Whistler Secondary School. So 2 Canadians battling it here, one from Ontario, one from British Columbia. Bow number 11 is Anne Granger out of Wallingford, Great Britain. Bow number 11 right there. And then
10.
She is past bow number 10, which is Dawn Eringris from Penn AC.
Yep, in the front of this race, a lot of former national team rowers. Maureen Harriman from the Canadian team. Olwen, as we said. Some good, very high-quality rowing going on. And we got a good pack of rowers coming just up to the Weld Boathouse now. Out in the front of that group, it looks like, well, it just went into the sun. Bow number 12.
Bow number 12, Melissa Hilton, 52 years old from Vesper. President of the club for 5 years, and she wants to thank her captains Sally Scott and Masters coach John Leakey for their support.
And it looks like moving well on the inside is bow number 14 in that red boat.
Bow 14, Stephanie Ryan from Vancouver Rowing Club out in beautiful
And looks
Bow
like they
15.
have opened a gap on bow 15.
That is Margarita Zeza, 68 years old. Margarita from Cambridge here. Married to Carlo Zeza. Two.
And Margarita's in the veteran 2 category at 68, so vying for the win probably in that category. We got bow 17 in front of the boathouse now.
That's Wendy Tipican, five-time national team member, native to Boston. Head of the Charles is her favorite regatta.
Oh, that's Wendy Tripician.
Let's
go, Wendy! Former Riverside member. Yeah, rode in the national team. Rode in several lightweight 8s at Head of the Charles. It did very well.
Bow 18 from Minneapolis Rowing Club, Sarah Weecher. She began rowing in 1986 when she competed in the lightweight women's 8.
And 19 right behind her.
Bow 19 right there from Dallas, Texas, Kimberly Elting, 61 from Dallas. Not sure which club. There's several rowing clubs in Dallas, but bow.
I think this is Leslie Critchko.
20.
Bow 20 from Maine Coast Rowing, Brunswick, Maine. She used to be a Nordic skier on the U.S. ski team for 12 years, so some good lungs on Leslie. She's a great athlete.
Knows how to use her legs, too.
21.
Bow 21 coming along. That's Elizabeth Rundy from Martha's Moms. That's a group of women scullers out in Seattle. So, long way to fly. Hopefully she flew. Hopefully the boat got a ride. All right, just like in the men's events, we got 4 wide coming down the river after the Weeks Footbridge, and a nice little group of spectators over there and fans on the Weeks Footbridge itself, as well as on top of the Anderson Bridge. So 4 scullers coming up, a little bit of a V formation, looks kind of like a sprint race.
Blue Angels, maybe?
Yeah. Little.
Boat.
All right, bow 24 is Erin Kennelly from Survivor Rowing down in Wilton, Connecticut, in the yellow, and then behind her,
25 in the white boat.
Bow 25, local Cambridge sculler Catherine Truman.
23 on the inside in the dark boat.
Bow 23 Riverside sculler Christine Higgins,
yeah.
8th Head of the Charles.
Let's go Christine. She's got bow 22, putting some pressure on her on the
Bow 22
outside.
from Mid-Hudson Rowing Association out there in Poughkeepsie, New York, Eleanor Ackworth, 62. So all these ladies are trying to be in the same place at the same time. We'll see what happens as they go into and then out of
They're doing
Anderson.
a great job
They
here.
did a very nice job. Much more controlled and composed than the men's scullers.
Well
Very
done,
nice job,
Christine.
ladies.
And bow 26
Is
with
Ann
some open
Crichton.
water.
Ann Crichton out of Sammamish Rowing.
And she's followed by bow number 27.
Bow 27, Western Reserve, Sharon Romilly, nicknamed Skittles. All right, let's go, Sharon. She's been rowing on the Cuyahoga, which is very similar to the Charles as far as its challenge.
Let's go Skittles.
Yep, let's go Skittles.
I think this is Natasha Strom here, bow 28 from Cambridge Boat Club.
It is.
She was a race director of Head of the Charles for a few years, back in 2019 to 2021. Good job, Natasha.
Those were tough years to be the Charles
Indeed,
director.
yeah, right.
Bow 29, Catherine Kaufman from Ravenna, down in beautiful Charlottesville, Virginia. Began rowing at Washington and Lee High School 46 years ago. Head coach now at the Ravenna Juniors and Abermar High School in Charlottesville. 30 is Betsy Harling out of Cambridge Boat Club. She's looking forward to having this be over and hanging out with her buddies at Cambridge Boat Club, but she's got a little work to do before then, so let's keep pushing there, Betsy. Nice job.
Nice to do it Friday morning and then have the whole weekend to
just
hang out and watch and meet friends.
All right, now we've got kind of a more traditional head race grouping here, kind of single file coming out of Weeks Footbridge, lining up for Anderson. Everybody's got their own water to row in right now. And
32 is the first boat.
Bow 32.
Pink top.
Bow 32.
Yeah.
Is
32.
Dione Strood 51 years old, from Tulsa, the first sculler from Oklahoma that we've seen this morning. Oh, maybe second. I think we had one from Oklahoma City. But Tulsa, sculler.
It's a boat taking a very wide line over there in the sun. It can't catch the number, but that's way over.
Course. That's a dangerous place to be. You're gonna get run into by a double. She gets back
over here. We'll take a look. But in the meantime, in the middle there, 38. Bow 38.
Bow 38. Kate Ware, City of Cambridge. That's Cambridge, Great Britain. All right, so this is where it gets tricky.
Here we go. Sorry, 38.
Willamette Rowing Club, Sarah Reiser, 58.
And purple, nice purple boat there is bow 34.
Watupa Rowing Club down in Fall River, Mass.
And Moon Van Erp from Watupa. Another fun word to say. Oh, her husband is Ted Van Dusen.
Is she rowing a Van Dusen? Yes. That would be awkward.
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 We got. Looks like we've got 35.
Bow 35. Nancy McLaughlin out of Newport Beach, California. Newport Rowing Association. We'll learn to row at Wesleyan University down in beautiful Middletown, Connecticut.
I guess if you get to be in a place like Newport Beach and row there, that's a pretty sweet spot. But Charles is better.
Charles is better. Boston is better. Nice job. Bow 43 is Becca Braun from Western Reserve Rowing Association out there on the Cuyahoga in Cleveland, Ohio. And what was the other one? 40? Bow 40. Bow 40 is Denise Sinnett from Nashville, first Tennessee rower. Did rowing in Marist in the fall of 1988. Out there on the beautiful Hudson River. Now she probably rows on the Percy Priest Lake in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee.
Bow 46.
Bow 46, CRI sculler Anna Bueller, member of the Cambridge Boat Club as well, and one of our head of the Charles Race Committee members. So she's out there pushing herself on the race course, and I'm sure she's been doing a lot to help the regatta run smoothly. So well done, Anna.
She's moving well.
Yeah.
In that white boat, and it looks like she's gone through bow 44 in the red top.
And she is a veterinarian for small animals.
And again, out wide there on the far side in that lighter boat is bow 47.
Bow 47 from Canada, Montreal, Canada, Rachel Starr. She rode on the national team. National team. Retired in 2004 and just restarted last fall. So took about 20 years off, and I'm glad she's back. Welcome to Boston, Rachel.
Also member Cambridge Boat Club, and we've got another boat out wide, just adjusting their course smartly, bow 41.
Rock and Row sculler, Marblehead, Mass, Julie Smith. She hadn't competed since 1994, decided to come back after rowing at Syracuse University. So welcome back. A little different in a single than an 8 in college. So scullers that come back in a scullers. Conshohocken.
What did we decide? It's the name is better than the place, or the place?
Yeah, I like the name better.
You like the name? Okay.
It's Philly.
Right.
It's the Upper Schuylkill, though it's pretty. All right, again, we had 89 competitors in the Women's Grandmaster Veterans Masters Single, which is your 50-plus and 60-plus age category. Kind of lumped together a little bit. And we're about halfway through.
Yeah, and the current leaders, we saw them going by early. It was that Bow 4 who was moving very well, 22:10 currently at the top of the standings. Bow 2, Perry, a good 18 seconds back.
Wow.
So, again, a solid win so far if that time holds. Right, let's see who we got here now in this yellow boat. 51.
All right, Bow 51. That's Virginia Hopkins out of Narragansett Boat Club. Let's go, Virginia. Again, a Narragansett sculler, very competitive group down there. All get out there on the river together. They're pushing against each other all the time, and that makes it easier here on the river when you're pushing against others. So there you go, Virginia.
And she's got just gone through Zola Solamente from Riverside Boat Club. It's her second time in the head of the Charles. She was a novice, she says, until recently, and she's really put herself out there and done a great job getting out into the single and coming and racing at the head of the Charles. Good job, Zola.
What's 58? Is it red boat?
50. I think the red boat is 55.
55.
Yeah, 55.
Karen Soika from Vancouver Rowing Club in the red hull. And then near us is
53.
53. Greater Columbus rowing, Deborah Taylor. First time in the Charles in the single. I think she's been here before in team boats. So way to go, Deborah. Welcome from the Midwest. Behind
and the
her,
red boat is Bow 58.
Bow 58. Indianapolis Rowing Club, Christy George, 63 years old. She raced 5 events back in the 2024 U.S. Rowing Masters Nationals and has been enjoying, medaled in all 5, so she's a little competitive. Slowing down just a little bit to make the bridge. Got going a little quick there, but that's okay. Bow. Green boat?
Oh, sorry. But in the green boat, we've got Bow 61
wow,
moving
61.
well.
Oh, that's Mitzcar, our friend Mitzcar.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
Yep, that's why. She passed
Solid
a few
rower.
people.
Yep.
New Haven Rowing Club. She's on a few national teams.
In the middle of the river is in the white boat is Bow 54.
Bow 54 is Julie MacArthur from, oh gosh, Hoon Narragansett sculler. They're really piling it on here in the Masters women's singles here from Narragansett. So Joan Martin, 60 years old.
Stuck in the middle of that sandwich is bow 66.
They've got a sandwich talking. We've got Sharon Weinbar from Bayak. We're going to have some clashing oars right now. Somebody's got to say something. Boom, boom, boom. We got 3 boats stopping. The
73 on the outside.
The woman in the pink is doing the right thing.
Oh, that's CB Sands in the tan boat. CB Sands Borer.
All right.
Multiple head of the Charles champion.
And she's
U.S.
getting
national
stuck
team
in
rower.
there.
They're all getting a bit stuck here.
Oh, this is too bad. Nobody wants to see this.
Yeah, 69 and 66 in the middle.
69 is New York City from Yorkshire, Great Britain. Anne Homa, accomplished rower and sculler. And now they're breaking apart. They've got to restart. They've been passed. Obviously, it takes time to restart.
Yeah, heading to the bridge clear of that is 65. Yeah, that was tricky.
That was tricky. You got to yell out. You got to communicate.
Well, what happened was one of them was making a huge course diversion, and she just kind of sliced in front of everybody. Yeah. That's too bad for them. But in the end, it doesn't take as much time to sort that out as you think it does.
Krista Castanda. First rowed in the Charles as part of Radcliffe, so she's rowing by her home boathouse right now in 1981, and then took up sculling just last summer, in the summer of 2024.
71 in the red.
Bow 71 is CRI sculler Elizabeth Chen. Year. She loves rowing. She coaches. She sculls. She does it all.
Just heading to the bridge
is
now.
Riverfront recapture. Jennifer Klah, 61 years old. That's in Hartford, Connecticut. Jennifer's excited and petrified to be rowing in her head of the Charles. She calls it a blind boat. You have 2 eyes. It's okay. You're doing fine.
Looks like we got some international boats coming up. I don't know if we'll see them, but there's somebody from the Caribbean here, which sounds fun.
Amoskeag sounds European, but it's actually in New Hampshire.
Yeah, good group of scullers up there as well. And here comes bow 78 right behind Charmy.
That's another snare. She's had, I think, at least 4 other women in these events from Narragansett. So hopefully they have a good time later tonight.
Bow 81 with the blue blades. Catherine, welcome to Boston.
Catherine's going to be in Italy in a couple weeks, rowing on the Po.
I think this is bow 52.
52?
Yeah.
52. Bow. lives in Minneapolis, rows on the beautiful Mississippi River. She's going to be joining us in Italy as well. All right, let's go, Ping.
You taking a big bus over with you? Doing well there.
Lynn might be suffering a little jet lag like I am. Years young from Saratoga Springs, New York.
87.
Third head of the Charles Center single.
And 87 moving well, but moving also
87
right
kind of
towards
aiming
her.
away from where she should be. That's College Club Seattle, Jan Schutler. From East Bay, Oakland, California.
And 85 moving up the middle here. Looks like she's going to get through clear and moving well.
That's Laureen Arnold from Washington Rowing School, Bladensburg, Maryland. So again, you got to be careful on where you're heading. Those orange buoys are seeming. Got an awful lot of people.
I think they're you see their line.
Yeah.
They're just
they
angling
kind of
completely the wrong way. Yeah,
that's what I feel
they're
too.
oversteering it. So, and that pink boat is 76.
About 76
Is that the rower from
Catherine.
China?
Yeah. The Charles. And I do know that Chinese nationals need quite a bit of documentation to make these kind of trips. So it's not just getting on a plane. So congratulations, Catherine.
And bow 88 just off her stern, making a course adjustment.
That's Carol Pelmus from Station L out there in beautiful Portland, Oregon. So Carol, nice job.
And right in the middle here is bow 39.
Bow 39, taking a little breather. Let's go bow 39. I'm going to have to roll back. All right, and that was our last starting position was Jean.
Yeah, I think we've got another boat coming on the inside, the very inside line. I think it's 86, that the rainbow top, or she's landing. I'm not sure. I think she's in this race, but
86.
if she is,
yeah, we haven't seen 86
yet. Want to straighten it out.
That's Valerie Lester.
What did you call it? The Chowder course?
Yeah, you head for the thing over here, the village, and that's where the Chowder is in the afternoon. Yeah, she's off the course. That's about 86. Valerie Lester, 65 years old. She rode in high school and in college here at the head of the Charles, and is now with looks like St. Louis Rowing Club.
Like the top, like the rainbow print. Looks good. Tie-dye, I guess.
And they do start first, followed by Christine Collins and Bethany Grant. That's not a slow double.
Almost was faster than the veteran one. So, yeah, nice results for the singles. I'm looking forward to seeing some doubles. I guess they'll give us a bit of a gap before the doubles come. So, what's the start?
They had a start time of 9:58,
okay.
5 minutes in. So the doubles should be approaching Riverside Boat Club very quickly if they're not there already. And then they've got the powerhouse stretch, go through the first mile in the middle of the powerhouse stretch, go through River Street, then Western Avenue, and then on up here to Weeks Footbridge, past our announcing station, into Anderson, around the Big Cambridge turn, through Elliott, past Belmont Hill Dock, and a sprint to the finish line. 3 miles. 4,720, is that right? Something like that?
Sounds good.
How about that?
Depends how you steer it.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. All right, and here we are with our women's Grandmasters doubles. These are the 50-plus age category. Bout number 1 started with College Club Seattle, Megan and Melissa. Megan Gradek and Melissa.
Well, they did a great turn coming through Weeks, and bout 2, it looks like, took a slightly wider line out of Weeks, but we'll see how they look as they get closer to Anderson, but both boats moving quite well here. Yeah, this is going to be a close one between these boats. You can tell the gap is there, but it's going to come down to steering, I think, and who's got it in the last mile.
Is that 2?
Yeah, bout 2 is next.
All right, that's Christine Collins and Bethany Grant from Cambridge Boat Club coming in the second position.
All 3 boats taking a different line here.
Alexandria Scullers in bow 3. That's Joanna and Lauren Rubini.
Side, so it probably cost them a little bit, but we'll see. The gap's there.
Good lineup there as your first. Guy and Ann Gregory. They're a little older. They're 50. Long Lake Rowing in Long Lake, Minnesota. Sandra McCarthy and Karen Fiegler. All right, ladies, nice job. Nice strong rhythm there. 4th year rowing. And next is...
Bit of a gap, but now we've got bow number 9.
Bow number 9 from Greater Lawrence Rowing, Farrah Smith and Jane Spiro. All right, here we go, Farrah. Let's go, ladies. Sitting tall. Nice push to the...
Coming strong.
Bow number 10 is CRI Scullers Catherine Johnson and Kimberly Burnett. Isaacson and Stacy Bella.
The other Belmont.
That's right.
Yeah.
They row on a beautiful stretch of river down. Bainbridge Island Rowing from way out there in Bainbridge Island, Washington. Meg McKinney and Lynn Christensen. They're averaging out at around 54. Meg started rowing in Detroit, went to
A little farther in than
I'm
it
wondering
feels
if
like
they're
it
gonna
should be,
move
but
that. Yeah.
but it's too bad. But gives you a little surge of adrenaline when you see one of those going under the wrong side of your boat.
Sure.
This boat here coming up next, taking a good line, bow 16.
Bow
Looks like
16.
San Diego, maybe?
Yep, you got it. The red boats, a very famous, seeing that trailer running across the country. San Diego Road. They look good. They didn't say anything. All right.
Go, Sally.
Getting a little side-by-side action for the next couple of sets of boats coming by our announcing stand here at the beautiful Weld Boathouse, home of and then on the inside is bow 15. That's Duxbury School out of Duxbury.
Motoring up here through the middle is bow 19.
In the
done a few
pink.
bit of passing in the pink.
And
Yep.
that's Susan Schmidt and Hillary. Since 2018. I didn't hear any crunching as they went under the bridge. Did you? That's Ingrid Clark Marshall and Stephanie Acera from Capital Rowing Club. They're happy to be rowing together again, and first time at the head. Is indeed Cambridge Boat Club, Monica Davis and Elizabeth DiPietro. And then in the first group from Nevada. Two boats coming through side by side. Bow 22 is Lisa Zazonski and Mary O'Brien from Cooper Rowing Club.
In those orange tops just heading under the bridge now.
That's Christina Wigner and Ann Seebeck. Leanda, 26 is Rye, New York Rowers Row America Rye. Elise Napak and Michelle Harvey. Let's go Elise and Michelle. And then 27. California, just north of San Francisco. Rowing the Petaluma River and the estuary for Marin.
So now we've got bow 30. It's a Riverside boat.
Bow
I think
30.
That's Ashley Lanford and Rosie Kerr.
Yeah, they're listed as an Upper Valley. They've got Riverside blades.
Bow 30. Do you think we're into the next
I think
event?
that's it. Yeah, that's 30 boats. We might have one more coming from.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mixture.
More. We got passed a little while ago. We've got a boat from Rogue Rowing out in Ashland, Oregon. They'll be coming along. And
I see a bow number 1, so we're also into the next race. That's probably Linda Murray.
That is the women's veterans double, the 60 to 70 plus category. Bow number 1, you see?
Yeah, that should be Linda Murray and Lindsey Burns.
There we go. Together again, one more time. Let's go, Linda and Lindsey.
Let's go, Linda.
Good job, Jack and Danielle.
Yeah, so here's bow 2 and 3. Looks like 3 is catching up on 2.
Okay, bow number 3 is Elizabeth Pratt and Patricia Smith.
Those first 3-4 boats in this race moving well. We are...
And the conditions could not be better. The
199. I see a 199. Does that make sense?
Nope, 199 does not make sense.
Maybe they're from a different race? Oh, no, it says 1992 on their shirts, but bow 4 on the boat.
Okay. Let's go with bow 4. That's Cambridge Sculling. Mary Mazzio and Cynthia Mathis. All right. Cindy and Mary represented the U.S. in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. Famous filmmaker, documentarian, lots of great stuff that Mary and Cynthia have done over the years. Okay.
The orange sleeves.
Skip back a page. 24.
White boat.
Bow 24 from China. I'm not going to try their well, it's Min Schumann and Sue McPherson from Shanghai.
Oh, yeah, Sue. And just all around amazing people. Let's go, Lynn. Let's go, Patricia.
Cole and Virginia Siegel from Oak Neck Rowing Academy in Bayville, New York. Looking.
Some good racing coming through the Weeks footbridge.
Lots
now.
of doubles
1, 2,
coming
3,
under
4,
Weeks
5
footbridge.
boats all heading under the bridge. Coming out clean ahead of that pack is bow 8.
Bow 8 is Otsego area rowing out of Cooperstown, New York. Laura Kilty and Faith Gay. Faith and Laura are first-time double competitors at the head of Charles, and they've been competing together for about a year. So we'll see how it goes, but they're representing Otsego area rowing from Cooperstown, New York. Well done, guys.
Speaking of how it goes, there's a boat there with no bow number, which I think means there might have been some clashing, but we'll see. Bow number 11 in the meantime on the inside line in this darker boat.
Bow number 11, Cooper Rowing Club, Pennsauken, New Jersey. Mary Ellen Cuno and Gina Lober.
that's 9. I think the one with no bow number is 9. That's Mary Farrell.
All right, bow number 9 is Cambridge Boat Club that just goes by without the bow number. Bow number 9 is Mary Farrell and Nina Streeter.
14.
Bow number 14 is Cambridge Boat Club's.
Out in front of 10
Bow
now, trying to make the
15,
pass
Potomac
around 10.
Boat Club, Carol Dinion and Carol Lyons. And then
10 in the middle of the sandwich.
Oof, 10.
Doing a good job, just sliding
Turning
over.
point
Look at that.
scullers,
Well
Sandra
done.
Is University Barge and White Marsh Boat Club from Philadelphia, Julie Waterbury and Kim Cook. That was a little exciting.
17 coming
Bow
by Weld now.
Coming down out of Colorado to row here. Bow 21, College Club Seattle, Nancy B.
This is their first time racing together in a double at Head of the Charles. Well done, Carol and Christy. 19.
Bow 19. They've competed here several times, and last year they were in a 4. So this year they pick up 4 oars, but they got 1 in each hand. Molly Tyson. All right.
Bow 20, Quinsigamon Rowing Club. This is Paula Bellin and
All those colors.
bow 20. And
Linda Gray and Nikki Shearman. They're averaging out at 61. Thrilled to be racing together here on their home waters. They regularly row. More doubles in the women's veteran double category. These have age averages between 60 and 70, or 70 plus, I should say. And just mentioning a moment ago how perfect the conditions have turned out today. Absolutely spectacular for these competitors, and also all of you spectators fans, coaches, friends, spouses, siblings, children.
Couple more boats to go still.
Absolutely.
I see bow 28 in the blue tops coming.
Bow
soon.
28 is Annapolis Rowing Club from Edgewater, Maryland. Linda Hall, who's 77, and Carolyn Voorhees, 64. So they average out at 70. So they're the youngest in that category, and recently won the silver at the U.S. Rowing Masters Nationals. All right.
Bit on a wide line, far side, Riverside Boat Clubs, Deb Gerke and Inez N.
So as we mentioned earlier, sometimes it's a little exciting for the rowers, adrenaline pumps when they got somebody side by side. These scullers can kind of get into their own rhythm. They've got a little more space between them and kind of be pushing, a little differently than having somebody pushing them literally from the side or right behind them. So a little more internal drive here. Get into your own nice long rhythm, nice push rhythm, nice race rhythm, whatever you happen to call it. And just got to do your best every stroke. Here we go. So that's bow 25, your Riverside scullers going by, heading for the bridge. And then in the green, she knows all the lingo, right? And she probably has some of the gear, so it's awesome.
Rowing's such a tricky sport because, you grow up as a kid, you ride a bike, you run, you jog. So, sports with running and cycling and kicking ball, those are, you have those muscle memories, but rowing's not like a movement you probably did when you're young. So it's a hard sport to pick up at an older age where the muscles don't always do exactly what you want.
Good coaching.
So you need good coaching and good flexibility program.
Who's this?
Is this 29?
Bow 29, Martha's Moms out of Seattle, Washington. Patty Casebolt and Angela Holrind. Club started in 1984 under Coach Martha Beatty. And she continued. Reasons, bow 26, and it's bow 26, Maritime Rowing Club, Mary Ellen Flattery Ludwig. That's quite a name. Mary Ellen Flattery Ludwig, very nice. And Mary Dowd, both are 79 years young, so they're going to be looking forward to next year where they get to move up into that 80 category. So I hope they keep rowing together. And they are gold medalists in the Head of the Charles in the double, so we'll see what happens here. But they're the older crew this year. But that is fantastic. 79 years, both of them together. And we've got a double coming up on them. Is that still in this race, or is that the next race coming up?
Yeah, that's the next race.
That's the next race. Okay, so we've got the men's Grandmasters doubles. Bow number 1
they're moving fast.
From Mexico.
I think
Mexico
these guys
City.
won last year, right?
I think they did. They're former Danish rowers, now rowing out of Mexico City. Third time in this event, and that's Christian Molvig and Klaus Rasmussen. And that is they.
We do have bow 2 here.
All right,
going
this
through
is
now.
Cambridge, City of Cambridge Scullers, Guy Blanchard and Christopher Ware.
Oh, the other Cambridge.
The other Cambridge,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
City of. That would be in the across the pond, as they say.
Oh boy, we've got this pink.
It's coming by Potomac. Ladies, gotta move. Okay, bow number 4 is coming by. That's Twin Donut out of Menlo Park,
the
California.
Klingsporns.
Yeah.
Raced against these guys in this event in the past. Well, when we were in our 40s, I guess. They've been rowing the double together for a long time. What do they got? 17 times they've rowed together. Klingsporn brothers always do really well.
I'm sorry, bow 8.
Yeah, bow 8. They're
bow
moving
8.
well.
Moseley. All right,
crew.
David Gerard and Tom Middlehorn from Moseley Boat Club in Great Britain.
That's Tom Middleton. He was in the lightweight double, I think. Yeah. They've moved
Another
up quite
Ratzeburg,
well.
Germany. Ratzeburg Rowing Club. Lors Komorowski and Karsten Anspot.
Good solid.
Masters rowers. The brothers, I'm guessing, separated by 10 years and 10,000 kilometers.
And Alex Packard. Matt was in the U.S. Men's Lightweight 4 in the 93 World Championships, won a gold medal. That was a famous year for...
Side by side. Bow number 12 is Undine out of David Rhodes and Thomas Simpson in the near boat. And on the outside, getting pushed a little bit, is
That's
bow
John Moss.
15.
Yeah.
Palm Beach Rowing Club, Jonathan Moss and Kevin McDermott.
Doing a good job there. They're tight, but they've...
Yep.
Here, but then
Yep.
2 strokes too much, and they were
And those
right
guys
back
did a
at the
nice
other
job.
boat.
The guys on the outside who just made that pass did a very nice job. They
Yeah.
accelerated so that they got through it without interfering too much with the inside crew.
John Moss knows what he's doing.
Yep, they do.
Sure.
They made a little noise, and that's good. Let them know what's going on.
Now
All
we
right.
got the red boat, bow 16.
Bow 16 from CRI, Jeff Nelson and Kevin Dutt.
Right in the middle here, bow 13.
Is
Just going by.
Yeah, New Haven Scullers, Leonti Dalis and Kevin Manning.
And they have just gone through bow number 9 on the inside.
Bow number 9 from Australia, from Yara Yara Boat Clubs, James Shipton and Ross Burney.
17 is next.
Bow 17. They're coming fast and furious right now. Pocock Rowing Club out of Seattle.
Bow 14 with the red decking.
Bow
Just
14.
having to adjust their course here as they head into the Anderson Bridge.
That's Clarkson scullers from New York, Eric Bolt and Boris Junik.
Here comes bow number 20 with the red hats.
Bow 20, Potomac out of D.C., James Fries and Sean.
I think it was 22.
We called them. That was the Detroit Boat Club crew.
Oh, okay.
Bow 25 is coming up. Duxbury Bay, Bennett Desteves and Daniel Newman. I brought a stocking cap, but I don't think I'm going to need it today. What a day.
It's just turned out to be a really gorgeous day.
Bow 27 from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada.
Wait,
Robert,
is it Cambridge in Ontario?
That's what it says. Robert Weinhardt and William Percival.
Bow 19 coming through first.
19 is David Laws and Jonathan Raychek from Westford Community Rowing, Westford, Mass. And then 28 is Rio Salado out of Tempe, Arizona.
Opening up a gap on the field and taking a very good line towards Anderson.
Two in the black boat coming right past the announcer stand at Weld Boathouse is Matthew Barry and Roy Colvin from College Club Seattle. And they race at many events over the New England Race Series. And bow number 4 from Great Adrian Theed.
Some racing going on now. Bow 6 looks like is taking the pass. That's Dan Guerrero and Michael Smith won this head of the Charles many, many times together. Starting in bow 6 now, they're moving themselves up the field. They've won it 16 times in the doubles event. Smith was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and yet here they are back together, racing very well in this veteran double category, and they've put some distance now. Be interesting to see how Dan and Mike do, starting with bow 6. We'll check the times and see if they maybe are in the running.
They're also course record holders as the younger group. Now they've aged up into the older category. So we'll see if they can put a little bite into that course record as well.
Yeah, little results from the prior race, the women's Grandmaster double, College Club Seattle double, Perlstein et al. Winning that one in 2021, just 4 seconds ahead of Collins and Grant. So that was a tight race the whole way. I definitely think the steering probably made the difference. So well done there.
All right, we've got some more of our men's Masters doubles coming up. All nicely spaced. If they're in start order, they are kind of holding that 10 to 15 second gap that they would have gotten at the starting line. I'm not sure if that's the exact case here, but nope, guess not. Bow 7 is Ancient Mariners and Pocock Rowing, so a couple of groups from Seattle, Peter Hertel and Jeff LeBand. Bow 7, yep. Back, done this several times. Nice finishes there, leaving a nice puddle in the Charles River. Nice job. Jaime Ribini and Michael Arnold. So we saw Jaime's 2 daughters earlier, and now we've got Dad rowing along. Nice job, guys. Making some moves. Greater Lawrence rowing, Paul Doe and David Shue. 60.
Now in the pink boat.
Bow 12 is Mid-Hudson Rowing Association. Following them, Chinook out of Melfa, Virginia, Macaulay Nash and Bob Reichart. '15 from Wichita, Kansas, Bill Van Sickle and Edward Smith. Let's go, Bill and Ed. Looking good, guys. Way to represent the great state of Kansas. All right.
Looks like they've just gone around bow.
Side. There you go. Yikes. That was close. All right. Couple boats went a little wide. Couple boats are doing a great job here. Bow 20 is Cambridge Boat Club. Henry Hamilton, and Jeff Schaefer. They've done this a couple of times. Henry's won the head of the Charles in the single 8 times, so I think he knows the line. Club, Paul Bridgeford and Alexander Marshall. Welcome, gentlemen, to beautiful Boston. John Lambert and John Saxelby.
Just
they're getting
sneaking ahead of 13, who's veering out to the outside of the course. Bow 13.
Row House, Miami, Francisco. Going straight towards
yeah,
the bridge.
Ooh. Well, it looked worse than it is.
Yeah, that's not the arch you want to hit.
Yeah.
All right, bow number 19 is coming up. That is from Atlanta, Dan Van Dresser and William Van Dresser. All right, the Van Dresser brothers. Let's go, guys. Bow 19, gold medal winners in the men's open quad and men's Open F Quad at the 2025
Something off with their bow number. So that says that's 25, but that's definitely these guys.
Yeah, that didn't look like Bill and Dan either.
No, it's not.
I've coached them before.
There's something wrong. It's all shifted by one. So this is 25, but it says 26. Why does it duplicate?
Well, that's happened before.
Yeah, anyway, that's Malcolm Gefter.
So this is, who's this?
Malcolm Gefter.
Go ahead.
Bow 25, Cambridge Boat Club. That's Malcolm Gefter and Oleg Simonovsky rowing together first time in 2025, but together have a ton of experience rowing out here in the Charles. Yeah, here in the high vis tops, that's from Saugatuck, bow number 24.
Launching down below. Some other scullers are heading out to warm up. This is kind of getting to the end of our racing day for Friday. It's 10:53, and we might have one or two more boats coming, but this might be the end. So if this is the end, thank you very much for coming out today, and enjoy the beautiful afternoon. Watch some teams warming up, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Mark. This is fun. And I think we got one more boat left. I can just see them approaching the Weeks Footbridge now. Should be bow number 26 from Quinsigamon, James Burns and Douglas Wales, but we'll see when they get here. This is on their bucket list, apparently, or it's part of their bucket list quest. Rowing in the head of Charles, everybody has to do it.
Yep.
If you're a rower, you gotta find a way to get here at least once. It's like one of the few places you go race where, well, at least on a Saturday and Sunday, maybe not as much on Friday, where you got crowds cheering for you. It's a special experience for sure. it's been Friday like this for a few years now. I don't know what year it is. But yet we're on Friday, so how does that work?
Well, because everybody else says it's work.
Green Lake, is that Seattle?
Yeah.
Let the practicing begin.
Chaos commence.
Oh, let's see who
These are a lot of the junior scholars
see who won.
for practice.
Young's better in double. Whoa! Who was bow 6? Smith and... Come on, did they win at the end? Guerrero and Smith won by less than a second.
Huh?
They won by less than a second.
Oh, wow. Good.
Dude, I got texting.
Alright, final vote. How many people line? 26. 26 should be working it up. It's on the tablet. Mark.
Woohoo! Nice job.
All right, and our last competitors of this morning in our veterans men's doubles,
Yeah, these guys.
bow number 25.
26.
26, excuse me.